completely lost it. Tried to pull it, didn't make the connection, and straight to the fielder.
He pulled it. Could not get over that fielder. And the plan has worked. He was there exactly for this dismissal. And his senior brother, Arif Sheikh, has come into the crease.
"29 runs from 31 deliveries, was looking to hit those boundaries, was just not making that connection, and like Kushal Vurtel, Asif, the intent was there, but without any output.
So Bharat Kharga having a bit of discussion with Andy Leonard, who's there with Bharat Kharga. The crowd see him enjoying this Monday's final between Nepal and Papua New Guinea. The Soma Kamiya picked up a wicket in the very first delivery of this over. The cut shot this time. Arif Sheikh straight away, no connection whatsoever. 82 for 3 still the score.
5 bowlers used by PNG captain Vala. And Chad Sopa in his 2 overs has been very economic, only 4 runs given away. Semo Kamiya into his final over, 1 wicket to his name, given away 28 runs.
Making has been very difficult, and this time again Sema Kamiya has got both the Sheikh brothers out in this over, his 4th over. There's pin drop silence in the crowd, and Arif Sheikh's very short stay at the crease as it comes to an end.
Completely threw his wicket out there. Well placed feeder. And PNG must be very happy with the way things have gone for them after winning the toss, putting Nepal into bat first, and the captain Asad Vala making no mistake whatsoever.
So Dilip Nath is the new man in. The left-hand batsman, what a stage for him. He's been brought back into the side. He's been in the playing 11 in all the matches. Short of opportunities, you'll have to say, as Dipender Singh already did the majority of run making. So this is a perfect stage for him. His team needs him. Still over 8 overs to go. And he'll have to be a perfect partner for Dipender Singh already, who's there at the center. What an over already. 3 balls, 2 wickets. Sema Kamiya is doing all the destruction.
Impact bowler Kamiya, 2 wickets in quick successions, and Nepal not entirely in trouble, but they should be considering this situation. Dipendra Singh Airi, already the set batter out there, and Dilip Nath. This partnership has to grow big for Nepal.
A beautiful start. Luckily for Dilip Nath, he got his bat down at time. This is a perfect ball to test the new batter. It's just in, and what a way to welcome him. Hello. Welcome to the crease, Dilip Nath. The ball, I think, would have missed the leg stump, even if it had only hit the pads.
Brilliant figures in the final over for Kamiya.
Oh, this time he's bowled him. What a delivery! What an over! What's happening here? Dilip Nath comes into the center. The first delivery he managed to get away with it, but this time Sema Kamiya is right on spot, and Dilip Nath will have to make his way back. It was too good a delivery for Dilip Nath.
Wicket dot wicket dot wicket.
Let's have a look at this again. Went for the Yorker again and disturbed his timber. The off stump is disturbed, and Dilip Nath will have to make his long walk back. Disappointed young man. That's the end of the... That's the 5th wicket that has fallen. And that's the end of the 12th over as well. And Adil comes into the centre.
A dream. One delivery left into this over. A dream over, in fact, for PNG. Many times in cricket we talk about the shift in momentum, and PNG are on top right now.
Again, another appeal, another appeal. Nepali batsmen are being chased by Seema Kamiwa. Where were you the whole tournament, young man? What an over, a wicket and 3 wickets and a maiden. Seema Kamiwa has done terrific work for his team in this over. He's very interested in this delivery as well. So the score after this over, 3 wickets and 3 dots. Nepal are 82 for 5. Before this over, you'd have said Nepal well and truly in the driving seat. 3 wickets from Seema Kamiwa now takes the score to 82 for 5. 3 wickets. A dream over, you'll have to say, Prarambha.
Well, Sachin, the momentum has shifted to PNG, and Nepali batters have to play some sensible cricket out here. This is a concerning time.
Nice, Kishore, nice,
Just
Kishore.
a single.
Even the last delivery, it was close. Abhay thought that the ball would have missed the leg stump by some margin. Momentum shifts so fast, especially in this format of the game. T20 cricket, they say it's a game of possibilities.
Yes,
Youngster Adil, he has so far impressed the ardent followers of Nepali cricket with his capacity of smacking those sixes, but here the approach probably has to be a bit different. Partnership is key as the run rate is only 6.82.
Beautiful delivery again. How did that miss the stumps? Held its line. Adil thought the ball would have come in.
It looked like he bowled him. Missed everything. And buys.
Let's have a look at this again.
Thank you, so.
He was beaten completely. In fact, he was squared up. Mohammad Adil, he does not have that license to go after the bowler straight away. He'll have to help Devinder Singh Airi to rebuild this innings. That stayed low as well.
Unexpected things are happening out here in the middle of the TU Park. PNG have made a brilliant comeback in this series. Remember, they lost against Malaysia to begin the tournament, lost against Nepal as well, and won that crucial match against Malaysia to secure their berth at this final. And the way things are going for them, it's been brilliant.
Beaten him all again. Adil has to take some time in the centre and make sure that he stays and gives the strike back to Devinder Singh Airi.
Keep going, Kishore.
So Devinder Singh Airi has now reached to 1,000 T20 international runs. The highest by any Nepali batter.
Brilliant century in the previous match, and he will have to play a key role to rescue Nepali innings. Already 5 wickets gone. Still got some batters in the lineup.
What a cricketer, what a batter, Devinder Singh Airi. 1,000 T20 international runs. The international community, cricketing community, will have to look at this young man more seriously.
With an average of just under 40, he has been such an asset for Nepali cricket.
He bowls well as well. Devinder Singh Airi, we'll come back to that. 13 gone, 87 for 5.
change. Right arm over.
So Nepal have scored only 3 runs in the past 12 deliveries they've faced. Remember that maiden with 3 wickets. Wicket dot, wicket dot, wicket for Semakamea.
Maintaining that line and length. A bit of misfield out there, and Nepal will take that a single anyway.
The plan has been executed to perfection by the Papua New Guinea bowlers. I'm really impressed by the captaincy of Asad Bala here. He's read the pitch really well. The plan is simple, to bowl a lot of cutters, and they've also made excellent plans for individuals. They're not giving Devinder Singh Airi with a lot of room, making him to do something fancy.
Adil way outside of his crease, making use of the pitch, smacks it, and a bit of misfield, just a single though.
It was hit really hard. Really well done there by Charles Amini. A fantastic fielder, Amini. Norman Vanua has been economical. If you look at his performance in the previous matches of this tournament. Short wide this time. Will this find the fence? Yes, it does. So finally breaks the shackle here, Devinder Singh Airi. Much needed boundary for Nepal.
A welcome for Nepal came in at the right time, and there the crowd goes. Celebrations were due, but Deependra, having scored 27 from 19 deliveries, there it was to be hit. The room given and the pounds helped it. Smacked, almost went for a 6. 1 bounce, 4 runs.
He can also hit really flat 6s around the ground. Devinder Singh Airi this time takes a single. In fact, they come back for the second run. For a moment, I thought that this is only going to be a single. He was anticipating for that overthrow as well. That's the kind of cricketer Devinder Singh Airi is.
Quick runner between the wickets. Beautiful pictures out there.
Yes, we can see you. We can see you. The world can see you. Wave at us. Wave at our cameraman as well. Devinder Singh Airi facing Norman Vanua. Takes the single again. Now look at the difference. Prarambha. Asif Sheikh was... Yes, the security people have been really effective. They've done their work there really well. And see, Devinder Singh Airi is batting at 30 of 21. Asif Sheikh also struggled. Devinder Singh Airi, mind you, has not been very fluent. But the difference, because Devinder Singh Airi runs in so well, comes down the track, hidden walk you can say, but no connection this time by Adil, and that's the end of the 14th over, 96 for 5.
Stop.
So 14 overs have gone by, and we're yet to see introduction of any spinner from Asad Bala. They've understood Nepal's strengths and weaknesses pretty well. No spinners so far, Prarambha.
Well, they've adjusted to the conditions so well as well. Remember, we started this series with one-day internationals, and having played so many matches, PNG, they look comfortable and confident with the conditions out here.
Adil, I'm sure, will go after the bowler. It's just a matter of time. Takes a single to give the strike back to his senior pro. So they've understood that Nepal, a very strong side when they face spin bowling. They do not have spin bowling of that quality.
This partnership will be key. Remember, we're edging closer to the business end of the first innings. Only 5 overs after this. Nepal have to shift their gears.
Score one, very well judged by Dipender Singh ID. Drives down the ground, cannot find the gap again.
Nice boy,
Nepali batsmen should be anticipating more of slow deliveries.
Vivians have variations, in fact, have done the trick for for Nepal as well. Like PNG have not bowled those super fast deliveries. The variations have confused the batters, drawing mistakes from Nepali batters.
A helicopter attempted again, gets a boundary, not exactly what he intended, but boundary nevertheless. Much needed boundary for Nepal, and young Adil as well. Brings up 100 for Nepal. This is the start of the firework Nepal are going on to bring in the last 5 overs.
Well, Adil will be key here alongside Dipendra. Dipendra at a certain point of time, maybe probably starting next over, will start smashing those boundaries. But Adil, he will have to produce those magic sixes like he did in the previous match, Sachin.
The attempt was there, Pradamba. He wanted to play that expansive helicopter shot. This time deceived in length and speed by Cabo Morea, who's also bowled really well now. Given away only 23 runs in 2.5 overs, he's bowled just over 7 and over the run rate. Nepal will need some fireworks here from Dipender Singh Hari and young Adil. Played for a single.
End of the 15th over, Nepal 104 runs for the loss of 5 wickets.
Right arm over. Well, a commentary change here. Andrew Leonard rejoins you alongside Ijaz Ahmed. Not potentially the first innings we were expecting. Papua New Guinea have been excellent, impressive and economical with the ball, as well as the penetration, which has been mainly brought by Semo Kamea, who's bowled outstandingly. Probably the quickest spell we've seen of the whole week. Chad Soper returns to the attack. Ijaz, Nepal, they need something from here.
Yes, and you're right, I think so. Dipender Singh, the man in frame, is the key for Nepal here. He will surely be batting here till the 20th over. Nepal would have a great hope, and I think so he can bat down.
Issue for Irie, though, just 5 wickets in hand, and it's been a very different scenario to which he's batted in prior. He's often come in at number 4 and applied the finishing touches, or batted from a very good platform to begin with. However, today PNG, they've been excellent. You have to give them great credit. They're clearly not intending to bowl any spinners. We spoke about their spin issues in the previous matches. The seamers they have used, it will be 5 of them. It's really good running here. We'll get a couple.
Yes, good running between the wickets. Well, I think so that three wickets, that would it see, like with an interval of 10 minutes. That was quite a bit of mistake by the batters. They knew that the fielder was up and they were trying to play towards extremely straight to the fielders. And I think so those overs, like they could go like 4 to 5 runs per over, can strike back in from the 40th over till end. They've made mistakes there.
Just been that kind of a day, hasn't it? Everything's come off an inside edge, an outside edge. Nothing really coming out of the middle of the bat, even Steve Sheikh and Kushal Bertel at the top. Any sixes, just the one, I believe, in the innings so far, coming from Sheikh. If there's any demons in the wicket, I just think Papua New Guinea have finally adjusted to the
Agis maintain! Sesama ba? Bersama ba, Pia?
Cometh the error, cometh the man. Karen KC to the crease. He hasn't really had to bat much in this series because of the excellence of the Nepali top order. He's only batted twice, once right at the death where he made 1, and in the first game where he made 14. He's got a remarkable record at this ground, a strike rate approaching 300. He loves hitting sixes straight down the ground. PNG are going to continue to try and starve the batters of any pace, riding Hakori into his last over. But he runs here, and 4 of them fortunate runs off the outside edge. Obviously no slip in place at this stage, and he gets a boundary. But really, right now, the home crowd, they need a Karen Casey special.
Yes, exactly. He is the key batter. The way he has just gone there, not confident, but though he has got a boundary. And Nepal will love to have anything at this stage when they've lost 6 wickets in terms of runs, because wicket column that was ticking quite nice and smoothly. They need to take those runs.
Just feigns going outside the off stump before getting back into his normal stance. Karen Casey usually is a monster on this ground, particularly to any medium or fast bowling that's bowled full. He'll just pongo it straight for 6. No boundaries big enough for him. Don't they need him today?
Yes, every time it is back up line delivery that has been badly hit by any batter.
It's horrible. Clever bowling. I think Dipender Singh Airi is going to encourage Karen Casey to come back for a second. He would have got there. Dipender Singh Airi has ended up running 3 pretty much. Karen Casey has run 1. The end result will be 1 run to the total. He's so quick between the wickets, like lightning.
God, this was really a big mistake. Would have been for the Casey. He's just been almost to the other end. Well, the throw was accurate enough towards wicketkeeper. I think there would be another wicket, but really lucky at this stage that the throw was towards non-striking end.
He's that quick, he can even recover from a mistake like that. He literally nearly ran 3 runs for that delivery, just 1 the end total. Cut shot, his favourite shot, but straight to the fielder. They will get through for a quick single again, thanks to Airi's speed between the wickets. Issue here is Karen Casey is nowhere near as quick as an Asif Sheikh or a Rohit Powell, so Airi needs to be aware of that.
Yes, you're right, because of the noise of crowd. It's also been there, so that's why they can't hear each other properly. But you have to gesture yes and no, because today's been really a wonderful crowd, massive.
Bowled into the wicket and just clipped away by Karen Casey. He usually goes straight down the ground, but he's happy to paddle this away behind square. 3 big overs remain after this one. It's 1, 2, 6 for 6. So look at the replay, and it's just almost a shovel shot, wasn't it? Pick up off his legs, that's gone nicely away for 4. PNG have been so disciplined and so effective. Those 2 ducks in the middle order, Arif Sheikh and Dilip Nath, both going for second ball ducks. Kamea, outstanding. His first 3 international wickets for him. Just 20 years of age. What a find for Papua New Guinea. He was fearsome and fast. 3 for 28, including a maiden, remarkably. Norman Vanua back into the attack. And at some points, he's been costly at the death. Can Nepal capitalise from these last 17 deliveries?
Yes, and more importantly, you will have to see Dipender Singh mostly on the strike, because if Nepal wants to get a big one, like almost 160, 170, they will need to get some big overs. He's lost 3-1, and Dipender should be the key.
He signalled as a wide down the leg side. He usually goes to his death bowling pretty quickly, Norman Vanua. You can see the bowlers are having to scurry back, because with no spinners having bowled, I wonder, are they tight for time? A few extras as well have come into play. So maybe just getting the hurry up.
Yes, and to me, I think that they need to keep that momentum, what has been in favour of PNG so far, by taking some quick wickets. They don't lose lose that focus, which has been capitalised by the bowlers.
Deep covers coming up into the circle. Edged, and will be edged away for 4. It's the full pace delivery. This has been the problem. That's not in the block hole. Maybe fortunate for Karen KC, but it's the wrong length. It's actually in the slot to be hit. Karen KC looking to go over extra cover. Doesn't get the full meat of the bat. Gets the edge, 4 more to the total.
The luck tilting here towards Nepal. He was just trying to go somewhere, but took the leading edge and gone into the third man region, getting 4 runs. And crowd loves every moment here when the ball has been crossing the fence.
Right into the block hole. That's what he has to do. There's no margin for error though. It's either the perfect Yorker or else Karen KC or Dipender Singh Airi, I suspect, will punish him, but well bowled on this occasion, Norman Vanua.
Yes, and we've witnessed any sort of back-up line deliveries, those been badly hit. Either been like innovative somewhere at deep mid-wicket, might be at fine leg, but whenever there's a delivery, Yorker length, and might be like slower one, this has been really up to the mark for bowler.
This is the slot this time and ends up with a low full toss out to CJ Amini, the standout fielder maybe of the entire series. And again, the issue is if another batter was in, I think Airi would have won 2 there, but Karen KC only able to get the single. 2 balls left off Vanua.
Run rate is below 8. They need to capitalise. They need to whip up here, Nepal.
More runs, everyone's up on the offside, so this will be 4 more. Again, Vanua just misses the block hole. Karen KC punishes him. Not too sure about this field. I'm not sure where fine leg is back and deep extra cover is in the circle when you're trying to bowl in the block hole. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Yes, exactly. I think so that they are keeping the fielders up. Fuller length, and it's just guiding it towards sweeper cover. No one was there. I think they've been keeping those fielders in the catching position, so anything whipped up like fuller length delivery might be driven, unfortunately, going into the hands. But unlucky, they have cut boundary here.
Just as I said, fine leg comes up, deep cover now goes back down the track, smashed into the offside like a lightning bolt. That's Karen KC, it's what he does. A brilliant over, the big boost that the home fans needed. They go past 140, 2 to go, 142 for 6.
Excellent, this has been excellent clean hitting. Extra cover in the space here. The fielder was pretty wide and he took that opportunity, getting 4 runs. This is really mighty for.
Such a fan favourite, Karen KC. 19 off just 7 deliveries. We haven't needed to see him with the bat really in this series. He's been one of the stars with the ball. The first ever 5-wicket haul in Nepali colours in T20I cricket, that famous hat-trick. It'll live long in the memory. Can he find a way up past 160, up to maybe 170? Maria to bowl to Airi and gets it away for what'll just be a single, and maybe right now Karen KC is the man to get onto strike. Good batting from Airi.
Yes, he's hitting well. He's in a good nick. Whenever he's been hitting in 7 deliveries, 19 runs, I think that he can go with a charge. Like he can sacrifice his wicket by scoring like quick 15 to 20 runs in 4 or 5 deliveries in this over. That will be a big from him.
Look out long on in the crowd. It's going to not quite get up to you, but it will go for 6. And don't they love it? They are rocking up there. It's Karen KC time here in Kathmandu.
The beauty, just over pitching, paying the prize. And Karen, your beauty, just picked it up quite nice and smoothly. There you go. Boom, boom, up into the sky. 6 runs.
I was just about to say before he delivered it, look out long on. Here we go again. Into the leg side this time, but will just be, it will be a couple in misfield, a crucial misfield, because it'll get Karen KC back onto strike, and it's Sese Bow of all people. There's all the team keeping up their great work, the Canterbury HD. Go on, guys, give us a wave. Give us a wave, guys. You know you're on TV. They're all too busy, aren't they? They've been doing a fantastic job, the Kirtipur TV team. Thank you to all of you boys.
Exactly, well done. Everyone here at this moment.
Boys and girls, I get reminded of course. In the background there, single into the leg side this time. Fever pitch, it's reaching here at the TU International Cricket Ground. They have to find a way, in my opinion, to 170. Can they do it?
Yes, I hope so. The way that Karan and DSC have been batting here, I think another 20 to 30 runs will be a massive call here for Nepal. They can touch 170.
Just loses his shape. We've seen quite a little bit of that, haven't we, where it's just been mistimed.
Yes, really a wonderful hitting since last 20 minutes. The game has been tilted to Nepal's favour. The way Karan and DSS batting here, this has been really a massive call for them, and crowd loving every bit of moment here. Wait and see what's coming next.
Well bowled, and it's chipped down the ground. Don't think he's got enough of it for 6. How has he got that for 6? What an extraordinary shot. It is beyond description, this one. Somehow, I'm not sure, it might have even come off the leading edge, and Karen Casey has got it for a maximum. It's the big over they needed, and it's a 6 to close out the 19.
Straight enough to go, and getting runs. Extremely well batting here by Karan. 157 for 6, 1 over to go.
Chad Soper to bowl the final over, and it's going to be runs into the offside. Should be a couple, you'd imagine. And Karen KC will get back onto strike. This is the late boost that they needed. A really good 19th over that went for 15 runs, following up an 18th over that went for 16. They're thinking maybe now of 175.
Yes, exactly. You can keep your fingers crossed. Don't make any sort of backup length delivery. Make it fuller, slower, or Yorker. Otherwise you will be punished.
Down the ground, it's almost the helicopter coming out again, and it's going to be another 50 for Dipendra Singh Airi. Look at this crowd. It's his 5th T20I 50 to go alongside that majestic maiden century. His last 3 innings, he's gone 66, 110 not out, and now 50 not out. Dipendra Singh Airi is a star.
Extremely good batting. He was under a huge pressure when the wickets were kept falling around him, but he kept his nerves cool.
Big hit into the leg side, but has he got enough of it? He hasn't. It's actually going to fall short of the 2 fielders, so Airi will keep the strike. Just Karen Casey will get home. He was having to put in some heavy yards there. 2-4-2 to start the final over. It's absolutely manic here in Kirtipur.
Oh, goodness me. They're surely looking for 172 or 5. 3 deliveries to go. And Singh is on strike. I hope he can finish it on a big note, like 3 deliveries to go.
Into the leg side, no real timing, and I think it's just going to be the single. As I say, Bow, the fielder again, he's been everywhere. But wherever you are in the world watching on, whether it be on Kirtipur, on Fancode, on CricTracker, have a look at this crowd. This crowd is second to none anywhere in the world. The passion, the energy, the atmosphere. It's as good as it gets here in Kathmandu. We've got a brilliant match for the final to go with it. Couldn't get any sort of timing out of that. Just going to be a single. 1 delivery remain. Can they get past 170, Ijaz?
Well, let's see. It depends on Dipendra Singh, because he has got the margin. He can hit big. And if he can hit big here, for a mighty 6, he will be on 59, finishing it on a great note. And Nepal should be crossing 172.
Soper's been really good. His final delivery, the final of the first innings. Right into the block hole, brilliant skills. It's just going to be a single, so not the big finish that the home side probably needed. I think they're shy of par. We've seen about 180 being par throughout this tournament, and thanks to an excellent bowling effort from 5 different seamers for Papua New Guinea, they've restricted the hosts to 168 for 6, and the hosts have only got up to that total thanks to the excellence, the continued excellence of Dipender Singh Airi, and a great cameo from Karen KC, who made 33 from just 12 deliveries. That was the late boost they needed, but Nepal, they're going to have to bowl and field excellently to defend a total that is definitely under par.
Yes, exactly. To me, like 20-25 runs has been shot enough for Nepal here, but they have done a good job finishing it. Like Dipender Singh, always been a key factor for Nepal cricket batting, and I think so he has done a pretty fair job. When the wickets were falling around him, he kept himself in the centre, played some clean hits. Luck was in favour of him, and today might be his day.
I think the talk right now in that Papua New Guinea huddle is that's half the job done. We've done excellently. We've done exactly what we had planned. We used our 5 seamers. We didn't turn to any of our spinners. They've done a brilliant job, and that's why just 168 on the scorecard for 6. 54 not out for Dipender Singh Airi. A couple of 20s for Bertel and Sheikh. They never really got going. And if it wasn't for the late Karen KC flourish, they could have been significantly under par.
That's the batting card. They started well, but lost away somewhere. 54 runs, Dipender Singh, the key, and they're finishing on a high note like Adil Ansari.
And there's the bowling figures. Brilliance. In fact, an outstanding spell. I'm going to call it the spell of the week, the fast bowling spell of the week from Sema Kamea. 20 years of age, 3 for 28, including the maiden. The comeback spell from the pavilion end was the fastest spell of the week. It was simply outstanding. And you're coming up with us. We've got lots of action to review. Andrew Leonard here, as always, with you, alongside Ijaz Ahmed. Brilliant first innings, highly entertaining. Not as high scoring as we thought, but let's start out by taking a look at the 4s.
4s brought to you by TVS Apache RTR 200 4V, Racing DNA on list.
These to review and take a look at. Most of them at the top of the innings went to Kushal Bertel. Despite him making 25 off 22, not a lot came out of the middle of the bat.
Yes, I think that was the time, and Nepal was looking to accelerate. They were in a rush, they were in a hurry, made mistakes, but though that we did see that couple of good boundaries, good spells as a batter, but some luck was also there in Nepal batters. They were able to score, and what good thing Dipender, right from the start, he was keeping the ball down.
Yeah, no 6s for him in his innings. He hit 5 boundaries around the ground. Occasional flash of fortune as well, that outside edge wasn't able to be put off by Kamea. PNG side been really enjoying playing in front of the big crowd. That trademark cut shot wasn't able to go all the way for 6. Just the 1-4 from Mohammed Adil Alam, and then it was over to Karen KC. After this, Dipender Singh Airi edge, lots of boundaries for him.
All around the ground. We did see that the crowd were loving those moments when the ball was hitting to the boundary, and lots of time you can see that luck has been favouring to the batter, and that's why we can have it. There you go, the fielder was up. They had the opportunity to cross them.
5 4s from just 12 deliveries for Karen KC. That's probably the best one of them. He ended up 33 not 8. I still don't quite know how he got that one all the way down the ground. Great batting from Karen KC and Dipender Singh Airi.
4s brought to you by TVS Apache RTR 200 4V, Racing DNA on list.
So despite there being the opportunity for big hits, there wasn't many in the second innings. In fact, sorry, in the first innings, but in this final, it's the first time that Nepal have hit less than 6 6s in any of their 5 games so far. There's only 3 6s to look at. Let's have a look at them now.
6s brought to you by Jagdamba Super Sign तथा Jagdamba Galma Plus Jasta Pata.
Yeah, so in fact, 3 were hit, but only 2 of them here on the replay package. The first one from Asif Sheikh, and the second one was a big one. Look at the crowd's reaction to that from Karen KC.
6s brought to you by Jagdamba Super Sign तथा Jagdamba Galma Plus Jasta Pata.
Ijaz, I think we have to give the PNG bowlers great credit. It might not have been the best Nepali batting performance, but the wickets and the bowling from Papua New Guinea was outstanding. 6 wickets fell. Let's take a look at those.
Wickets brought to you by TVS Apache RTR 200 4V, Racing DNA on list.
There you go. The first one was down the leg side when they were trying to go aerial, couldn't make it. In good building, good ground cover, coming in a neat off the ball and getting first one. And that is exactly that way PNG bowlers, they done well. The fielders, they supported them today.
They really did. That was the second wicket to fall, and how important was that one? It was Rohit Powdell, Riley Hakorde, and a very good running catch from Norman Vanua. That wasn't easy. Made it look easier than it was actually. That was a pretty significant blow. Now look at the wickets to come. Next is Asif Sheikh, who was bounced out by Kamea. The following 2 dismissals you're going to see in a moment, that of Asif Sheikh's brother Arif and Dilip Nath. It was simply sensational, full and straight and chipped up. Didn't Kamea love it? Wait for this Yorker to Dilip Nath, probably the ball of the tournament.
Exactly, and this was the time when Nepali batters, they were in a bit of rush, in a hurry, and they were unable to play those PNG bowlers. They were on the fire, the boost was there, the confidence was there. They hadn't taken any sort of pressure of crowd.
How good was that? Outstanding from Kamea. Just 20 years of age. The final wicket to fall, Adil Aram bowled out to Chad Soka.
Wickets brought to you by TVS Apache RTR 200 4V, Racing DNA on list.
So, what all of that means is that at the halfway stage of the final of this SkyExchange.net Nepal Tri-Nation Series, powered by Dafa News, it's 168 for 6 that the hosts end up with. It's less than they would have wanted. It means that Papua New Guinea are going to need 169 to win. The good news, we're going to bring you every single ball of it. But before we do that, let's get down to Sabina and find out who she's going to have a chat with.
Thank you very much, Andrew and Ejaz. नेपालले पहिले ब्याटिङ गर्दै 168 रन बनाएको छ 6 विकेटको क्षतिमा। फेरि एकपटक दिपेन्द्र सिंह ऐरीले उत्कृष्ट प्रदर्शन गरे। उनले 54 रन बनाए मात्र 38 बलमा। त्यसैगरी करण केसीले विस्फोटक ब्याटिङ प्रदर्शन गरे। 12 बलमा 33 रनको योगदान गरे। एक समय दबावमा आइसकेको नेपाललाई दिपेन्द्र र करणले उकासे। सो यो पहिलो इनिङ्स कस्तो रह्यो त हामीसँग गेस्ट हुनुहुन्छ सुभाष सोमागाई, यङ स्पोर्ट्स जर्नलिस्ट। स्वागत छ यहाँलाई।
धन्यवाद।
एक समय अलमोस्ट झन्डै धरापमा आइसकेको थियो नेपालको पारी, त्यसपछि त्योबाट दिपेन्द्र र करणले जसरी उकासे, कस्तो रह्यो फर्स्ट इनिङ्स?
फर्स्ट इनिङ ओभरअल भन्नुपर्दा बिलो पार्ने भन्नुपर्दा जुन अपेक्षा राखेको थियो होइन, जसरी नेपालले ब्याटिङ गरेको थियो विगतका खेलहरूमा, त्यो हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ भनौँ न एउटा होम ग्राउन्डमा 200 प्लसको जुन एक्सपेक्टेसन थियो त्यो त पुरा भएन। तर जितका लागि भने यो पर्याप्त हुनुपर्छ। जुन किसिमको बलिङ प्रदर्शन विगतमा थियो, यो अब चाहिँ बलिङलाई चाहिँ भनौँ न बलिङको लागि जिम्मेवारी थपिएको छ कि यो गेम यहाँबाट जिताउनु पर्ने हुन्छ।
कुशल भुर्तेल जो यो सिरिजमा त्यति राम्रो गर्न सकिरहेका छैनन्, आज पनि उनले राम्रो सुरुवात गरेका थिए, 25 रन बनाए। जसरी उनले ब्याटिङ गरे उनी अलि बढी महत्त्वाकांक्षी देखिए।
एउटा स्टार्ट पाइसकेपछि जुन भनौँ न उता आसिफ स्ट्रगल गरिरहेका थिए होइन, उनले नि कुशललाई नै स्ट्राइक दिइरहेको अवस्थामा एउटा बिग सट खेल्नु पर्दाखेरि डिपमा क्याच आउट पुग्नु भएन। तर एउटा राम्रो स्टार्ट पाइसकेपछि झन्डै 50 को पार्टनरसिप जस्तो बन्न लागिसकेको थियो होइन, त्यहाँबाट इनिङ्सलाई क्यारी गरेको भए हुन्थ्यो। तर अब चाहिँ बिग सट खेल्नुपर्ने भनौँ न इनिङलाई अलिकति अगाडि एक्सेलरेट गर्नुपर्ने धुनमा चाहिँ विकेट गुमाउनु भएको। त्यसपछि पनि भनौँ न एउटा राम्रो आधार त खडा भइसकेको थियो। स्टार्टिङ पेयरबाट 40-50 रन बन्नुभएको टी20मा राम्रो नै मान्नुपर्छ।
रोहित जसले निकै राम्रो प्रदर्शन गरिरहेका थिए, आज मात्र 2 रनमा पवेलियन फर्किए। आसिफ पनि 29 रनमा फर्किए र एक समय 15 ओभरमा 105 को स्थितिमा थियो नेपाल। त्यसपछि जुन नेपालको इनिङ्स भयो त्यो ओभरअल ऱ्याप अप गरौँ न फर्स्ट इनिङलाई।
फर्स्ट इनिङको ऱ्याप गर्नु त एउटा टर्निङ पोइन्ट जुन एउटा मिडल ओभर लगातार 3 विकेट जुन गयो हाम्रो एउटा ओभरमा, त्यसले चाहिँ अलिकति भनौँ न एउटा टोटलसम्म चाहिँ पुग्न दिएन। तर क्रेडिट टु करण केसी, जुन किसिमको विस्फोटक ब्याटिङ उहाँले आएर गर्नुभयो। दिपेन्द्र सिंह ऐरी विशेष गरी लगातार विकेट खस्दा पनि उहाँ प्रेसरमा हुनु भएन र सिंगल डबलबाट नै रन गति चाहिँ अगाडि बढाइरहनु भएको थियो।
यो थ्याङ्क यू भेरी मच। हामी फेरि गेमपछि भेट्छौँ। सो नेपालले पपुवा न्यू गिनीलाई जितका लागि 169 रनको लक्ष्य दिएको छ र केही समयपछि पपुवा न्यू गिनीले जवाफी ब्याटिङ गर्नेछ 169 रनको लक्ष्य लिएर।
Nepali Bagan, I have with me Nepal's player Sagar. Sagar, do you think the score is enough on the board for your team?
Wicket slow नै छ. Can I speak in Nepali?
Sorry?
Can I speak in Nepali?
Yeah, sure.
Wicket slow नै छ हैन. जस आजको विकेट अनुसार चाहिँ हाम्रो बलिङ अट्याक पनि एकदम राम्रो छ. स्कोर पनि मलाई जस हामीले डिफेन्ड गर्न सक्छौं जस्तो लागिरहेछ.
All right, okay. So, do you think that you will be able to restrict the other team?
Yeah, of course, because wicket is playing a bit slow, and we have a very good bowling attack as well, so we can easily defend the target.
All right, all right. The crowd here is going mad. They're really, really excited. Do you think that really gives a lot of strength to the players?
Obviously, the supporter of Nepal cricket fan is always giving us strength, and supporters today is very large numbers, and I think they're gonna support us and help us as in the ground as well.
All right, all right. Thank you. Over to the commentary box.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's Shefali Baga. Great to have her with us just for the final. Jetted in from Delhi to come and get going. I've had Sachin Timalsena come and join me. It's a final that hangs right in the balance and probably too tight to call right now.
Absolutely. I think PNG would be very satisfied with their performance here, Andrew. At one point of time, Nepal were looking at over 200 runs, but they've limited Nepal to only 168. I think match on for PNG. Match on, and this means that tournament is now pretty open.
They were never really going at that pace to get to 200, which is probably above par. I think about 180's par at the halfway stage, 77 for 2. They're in real bother after that 3-wicket burst, in fact, from Semu Kamea, who bowled outstandingly well. And with 3 to go, it was 1-2-6 for 6. But the late fireworks provided predominantly by Karen KC and well supported by the man who's surely going to be in the mix for the player of the tournament, Dipendra Singh Airi, has got the home side up to 168 for 6. I think the fans, they'll be nervous.
I bet they are. They'd have wanted their team to score in excess of 200 runs. They did that twice in this tournament, 223 against Malaysia, over 200 against PNG as well. And Nepal would not be very, very confident about the score they've posted. Karan Kisi will open the proceedings for Nepal. From the Chobar end, he's been a crowd darling, scored some really important runs today as well. Very handy cricketer, Karan.
Yeah, the leading wicket taker in the tournament as well. In fact, the top 2 on the table belong to the home side. That's Karen KC and Sandeep Lamachani. Those two, their combined spells, maximum 8 overs they can bowl between them. You'd have to think they're going to need 3 or 4 wickets to give Nepal real hope. Here we go for the second innings. And the final of this SkyExchange.net Nepal Tri-Nation Series, powered by Dafa News. It's been an excellent 6 group games, 4 really close finishes, and I wouldn't bet against a close finish here. I think this one could go all the way.
I agree. Papua New Guinea, meanwhile, would like to have a cautious start here. They have all the firepower in them. Big hitters to follow. Tony Ura is in a great touch.
Yeah, and that move to number 4 for Tony Ura, he's just been passed by Dipendra Singh Airi as the leading run scorer of the tournament, the first batter to get past the 200 mark. But Ura's been excellent in that new role at number 4, 190 runs. Look at that strike rate, nearly 200.
Tremendous. Thanks to his innings of 86, not out in this previous match against Malaysia. Papua New Guinea qualified into the finals, winning just 1 run, 1 match.
It's funny how the momentum can shift, isn't it? Lost their first 3 games, Papua New Guinea. They came into the Malaysia clash with a must-win scenario. And you'd have to think that surely they're going to fancy their chances of chasing this down. Here we go. Have a look at this. There is probably no better crowd, not just in the world of associate cricket, but world cricket generally. 7, 8, 9, probably well over 10,000 people I'm hearing in my ear right now, packed in to the TU International Cricket Ground. And the atmosphere, as we see Siaka play and miss, is so special. So if you're watching on from around the world, if you're in the ICC, look at this. This is the place to come. Let's see bigger sides come here to Kathmandu. Let's get some test nations coming and playing their cricket.
And Andrew, this is not the English crowd. These are buzzing crowd. They're making noise at all point of time. They're backing their own players. Karan Casey getting that cheer up throughout his run-up.
Look at the size of it. Look at it as it extends across the fire grass banks here. It's not just passionate, it's energetic, it's knowledgeable. They love their cricket here, and we want to see more and more cricket in Kathmandu. Let's bring some test nations here. Imagine the atmosphere. Ireland, Pakistan, Zimbabwe. Who's going to come?
Starting with Ireland, eh? That's fellow Irishman for you.
I think that's my job now, isn't it, Sachin? I've got to get back to Dublin, get into the Cricket Ireland offices and say, guys, why would you not come? Look at this. And after all the difficulties of the last 2 years, the COVID pandemic and all of the troubles for the world, isn't it lovely just to see pure joy at the most phenomenal venue here, the TU International Cricket Ground. And look at this, the brilliant drone cameras as well. The pictures they're showing us. Doesn't get any better than this for the grand final. And a great start from Karen KC. No runs from the first over. Won't close out a maiden. It'll just be a single. 1 over gone, 1 for none.
Middle.
So will be Sampal Kami to open the bowling. He's the one change for the side. Just the 3 appearances for him, 3 wickets. He was given a rest in the final group game. And Kamal Singh, of course, misses out because of that injury.
Has got 3 wickets in this tournament, Sompal. 3 wickets, but 2 of them very, very important. Sometimes we feel like the bowling card does not do enough justice for the way he's bowled. He got that important wicket, broke the partnership between Tony Ura and Charles Amini, which is looking dangerous at one point of time. Took the important wickets of both the said batsmen, brought Nepal back into the match.
Driven, but straight to the man at cover. Dipendra Singh Hari, he's a real fan favourite. Every time he touches the ball, there's a big cheer. And you'd have to think that this is a great test for Nepal. They've had it all their own way in this tri-series, and nobody has defended a score this low. It's tended to be the side batting second that's held up quite a bit. But 183 was defended, 180 was defended. Nothing as low as 168. Pulled, but no real timing. Probably just be a couple of runs. Sandeep Lamachani will cut it off.
He'll still have to wait for the first boundary here. Cautious start from Papua New Guinea. Sampal Kami bowling a little short this time. It'll be interesting to see if the Nepali bowlers also take the same approach, the pacers.
Oh, I'm trying to read that sign. What does it say? I see everything. Maybe we can get them to hold that up. Ice cream's going around the crowd and barely standing room only. They're seeing themselves on the big screen. First time we've seen that far side of the ground really thronged with the fans. And all of this is on a Monday. Bit of movement for Kami, well bowled, playing a miss outside the Ostel.
It's not just the fans that benefit from cricket, isn't it, Andrew? Especially the shorter format, bringing in crowd, the local vendors, getting some business, the broadcasting people, the commentators. You look at cricket from a different angle, from the financial angle as well. It's great for the economy. People have come in. It's a Monday, mind you. It's an office day, and as I said, Andrew, probably a lot of them have written sick leave applications to their bosses.
Runs, and the first stroke of any real authority through the offside, right out of the middle of the bat. It was overpitched by Kami. Despite Lamachani's dive, it was always going to run away for 4. The first boundary of the chase.
This was full and freed his arms. Dipender Singh already trying the desperate dive this time too. First boundary for PNG here.
Oh, sorry, it was Dipender Singh. They've had a move in the field, haven't they? Lamachani switched with Irie. Irie's gone to mid-off and Lamachani's moved to cover. Yeah, certainly I reckon a few offices not getting too much productivity in this afternoon, watching on if they're not here in person. Big swing and a miss, good movement. Haven't seen much of that sharp tail away from the right-hander. Maybe a risk to have no slip in there.
I agree, Sompal Kami. He's known for this. Idealizes Dale Steyn, who's known for his outswingers too. Sompal Kami. There's a bit of change in his attitude, fast bowling attitude after his comeback. Went through injuries in his career, a number of them, Sompal.
End of the second over. Score 7-0. So, for the first time, we'll see Asad Vala come on to strike, and you can take a look at the field here. For the left-hander, it's going to be a third man in place, and also on the leg side, a deep square leg. So one fielder, one sweeper on each side of the field. Just two fielders allowed outside the circle for the first 6 overs. Certainly, Nepal looking for early wickets, on the hunt. KC comes around the wicket, he's clipped away. It's going to be runs. How many of them? It'll be 4, because deep backward square leg isn't fine enough. Not a good delivery. Vala gets a boundary from his first delivery.
This one drifting down the leg side, and Asad Vala, all he had to do was find that gap, finds it with perfection. And first boundary for Asad Vala, the skipper. Came round the wicket, Karan Casey this time. And the crowd will not celebrate the boundaries as they have done in the Nepal innings. Karan Casey has picked up 10 wickets in this tournament.
You have to give great credit to Asad Vala the way he's led his troops here, not just in the ODI series, which they won 2-0, but managed to turn things around from a disastrous start to the T20s. And although it was Tony Ura that made the headlines with that 86 not out off 34 deliveries, including 10 sixes, second highest ever for any associate behind just George Munsey with 14. Asad Vala's innings, the anchor role he played, 74 not out of 51, was a really good one.
You wonder if Malaysia would have scored 14 extra runs, probably would have seen a 37-ball century from Tony Ura.
The way he was going, you wouldn't have put it past him. And that's the fear for the home side. I think Vala's going to be pretty happy with a cautious start. He knows that his side of the firepower coming down the order, not just Ora, but also big Norman Vanua, big Storm and Norman. He's been outstanding. Sese Bao as well. This is why I think the approach will actually be a cautious one to start with from PNG. That's exactly the way they've started.
They know, as Andrew mentioned, that they've got enough of firepower in their middle and lower middle order. Norman Vanua, I think, will be also a very important prospect here, given the firepower he has.
Oh, misfield, that's very rare from this young Nepali side. They've been outstanding, in fact, in the field. It's only going to cost a single, but the youngster, Mohamed Adil Alam, what a big occasion for him. Just 18 years of age. A week ago, he'd never played for his country, and at the moment, he's the talk of the town.
Thanks to that expansive helicopter shot for his 6. Played one today as well. Inside edge for a boundary today, not as convincing at all.
Takes the aerial route. Is this going to be a chance? He's given it away. The celebration wasn't the best from the fielder, but Karen Casey gets out the Bollywood. Beard one again. That's the first wicket. The tournament leading wicket taker. He strikes again, and it's Siaka that falls, and it's 11 in the series for Karen Casey.
He is in a brilliant wicket-taking touch here, Karan Casey, and trademark Karan Casey celebration. Legacy Siaka coming down the track, trying to go aggressive, has been held on by young Mohammad Adil Alam. Let's have a look at this. Comes down the track, and an easy catch. Nearly took his partner off there. And the score now is 14 for 1 after 2.5 overs.
CJ Amini at number 3 to face up to Karen Casey. We'll start with the most pleasing drive you could ever imagine. Shades of the great Brian Charles Lara in that, just a lazy, full flow of the bat through the extra cover region. What a shot this is.
Scored a 50 against Nepal in the previous outing too, and this was a lovely cricketing stroke. Nobody moved, and a wonderful way to get off the mark. And that's the end of the third over, 18 for 1.
It's the two left-handers at the crease for Papua New Guinea. Asad Vala alongside CJ Amini, who's got off the mark in the most pleasing of fashions. A perfect cover drive. Cami will continue. Nepal do have that advantage of the early breakthrough coming from Karen KC. They're going to want, I reckon, 2 if not 3 wickets in the power play. We're halfway through it.
Good line this by Sombal into his body this time. Asad Vala just take a single and gives the strike. Back to CJ Amini, who's had a beautiful shot to his name in the very first delivery he played.
Yeah, definitely no demons in the wicket. In fact, when I was having a chat to the former captain Paris Kadke there during the first innings, he was explaining to me that the fallow period, if you will, during the COVID pandemic has been fantastic for the square. It's finally given the kind of rest that it's needed. Probably 10 to 12 months with no cricket at all on it. That's why the wickets have been so good. Like swing and a miss at the attempted pull shot, a bit of extra pace from Kami through to Nat. So there's no demons in the wicket, but there's been a good pace, and the bowlers that have bowled quickly on it had some reward.
I agree, and this was a wild swing from CJ Amini. It was brilliant mix-up of pace and length from the Papua New Guinea bowlers. I think they planned this really very well. They did not use a single spinner in their 20 overs of bowling Papua New Guinea, so they've come up with a plan and they've executed, I think, well enough.
Better control of this shot. Will probably be a boundary at will. I thought Dipender Singh Ari so quick. I thought he was going to cut it off and keep it to a couple, but it's almost accelerated away across the outfield. That's how quick it is. Not quite the full meat of the bat. And that Nepali fan points and says, we don't want too many more of them.
If Dipender Singh Ari can't stop this, not many in the world can stop this. The ball kept accelerating and accelerating, and eventually got to the boundary.
Amini looks like a man on a mission, a man possessed. He'll love the big stage. And also the fact that he wasn't used with the ball today. That was clearly a game plan. Chad Sayers and the bowling coach of Papua New Guinea and the head coach, Ross Andrew, I think they deserve great credit for that plan. And they've executed it really well, those 5 seamers they used.
They've understood the pitch now. They've stayed in Nepal for almost 15 days now. The ODI series followed by the T20 series as well. They know the pitch now.
Beautifully bowled. Dilip Nath thinks it's an outside edge, and because he does, Sampal Kami goes with him, but it's an afterthought. And lovely to see Buddy Pradhan smile and say, Sampal, you didn't appeal it first. You know it's not out. I know it's not out. Now get on with the game.
Let's put some pressure on umpire Buddy Pradhan. But he's far too experienced. Umpire Buddy Pradhan, what are you appealing for, guys? That's not out. Cheeky there from wicketkeeper Dilip Nath. Tempted Sompal Kami to have an appeal as well. 6 runs of the first 5 deliveries from Sompal Kami.
His 49th T20I today. Buddy Pradhan, probably the best umpire, not just in Nepal, but going around the associate circuit. 4 gone. It's 25 for 1. So here comes the litmus test. Whose approach is correct? Will the Poles, with 8 overs of spin at least in their 20 overs, be the winning one? Or will Papua New Guinea, who didn't bowl a single over of spin, come out on the winning side, chasing down the 169 that they require to win? It's going to be Dipender Singh Ari, one of the players of the tournament. He's bowled really well as well. And the reason for that, the 2 left-handers at the crease, the off-spinner will get to turn the ball away from both of them.
There's a fielder at long leg. Had it been right-handers, I think Sandeep Lamichhane would have come in. But because it's left-handers, the plan is to take the ball away from the 2 left-handers.
Yeah, it's deep backward square leg, really. The man is out on the leg side, and then it's not long on, but long off. Just 2 fielders allowed outside the circle for 2 more overs. So taking a bit of a risk here, Lamichhane, by bringing on a spinner in the power play. I think one of the reasons for that, though, Sachin, is he wants to keep 2 overs back of Karen KC for later in the innings.
I think it's the right thing to do, and Dipender Singh Ari is more than capable with the ball as well. Fantastic all-rounder, a genuine all-rounder, you'll have to say. Was a medium pacer at the start of his career. Changed himself after an injury into an off-spinner.
Big appeal and given. I think this has hit him low in the stomach, but he's so low on the sweep shot, it's not going to certainly miss in terms of line, but would it have missed in terms of height? That's the decision that Vinay Kumar Jha had to make, but the finger goes up and Vala has been adjudged LBW.
So there won't be any skipper's knock for Papua New Guinea in the finals. Asadullah Vala will have to depart for 8 of 9 deliveries. Will be interesting to see this in the replay. Let's have a look at this. The ball came back in. Andrew believes it would have gone high enough. I beg to differ. I think it would have hit the wicket. The only question for me is is the impact in the line of the stumps. And that's the end of fall of the second wicket. It's 25 for 2.
So I said in the first innings, cometh the hour, cometh the man. When Karen KC strode to the crease, he answered the call with 33 from 12 deliveries. It's the exact same thing now for Papua New Guinea. Tony Ura at a strike rate of nearly 200. He's hitting the ball in this tournament. Second in the runs chart. He could well go past Dipender Singh Airi, who scored his 1000th T20I run today, the first Nepali batter to do that. For PNG to get close and chase down this total, you think it's going to need a big contribution again from Tony Ura. And he's going to start from his very first ball by giving it away. This should be taken, and it is. Would you believe it? The moment, the occasion, it's got to Tony Ura, and the change to the right arm off spin of Dipender Singh Airi has worked. He sprints away in celebration. He's dancing, so are the crowd.
Tony Ura trying to continue from where he left in that match against Malaysia. Will have to depart here. Dipender Singh Airi 2-2 for him now. You'd question Tony Ura's decision of going after Dipender Singh Airi straight away, but the result says that Tony Ura will have to depart in his very first delivery.
Would you believe it? The simplest of catches, and Tony Ura knew it as soon as he'd hit it. Rohit Paudel was never going to drop this. It's 2-2. It's 25 for 3. Hat-trick ball for the 4th time in the series. We've already had one. Karen KC, the first man to do it. Can I rejoin him? He won't. In fact, he's slashed away for an ever so stylish 4. What an over. We've had 2 wickets. And a big shot from Sese Bao. His very first delivery.
So the idea is clear. Even if the wicket falls, keep your bat swinging, keep the runs coming. That's probably what's the plan in the dugout of Papua New Guinea. And this was a wonderful looking shot by Sese Bao.
Massive over in the context of the final. 2 wickets and just 4 runs coming from it. And those 2 very big wickets, the skipper and Tony Ura to fall. We'll have a commentary change after this. 5 gone. It's 29 for 3.
Welcome back to the commentary box. Azaz, PNG in this chase, losing wickets at quick succession, 29 for 3. How do you assess this match?
Yes, and you have to wait and see at how will be the strategy from PNG, but Nepali bowlers, they're really coming back into this game. First the batter, DS, who has done the job, and now in the bowling. Well, just with a single. Well, in this, here at this TU cricket ground, total 10 games that Nepal has played. 11 games Nepal has played. They have won 10 times. Just one loss, and that was again Netherlands. So Nepal has got a pretty good record here at TU cricket ground.
Is the home crowd support, the conditions favor Nepal? However, here it's all about getting the wickets. Sisipao, he can play deep in the innings, and Charles Homini, the player of the series in the One Internationals. This partnership is very much essential for PNG right now.
Yes, a partnership, and the keys, keeping wickets in hand, that's really an important call here at this stage. And you see that we've been looking at PNG batters. They are feeling some sort of pressure now at this stage, and this is courtesy 3 quick wickets. Otherwise, a batting team chasing one below 170 would not be feeling any sort of pressure.
Well, Ejaz, we've seen PNG losing wickets, but when they chase, they've got this very long tail that bats well as well. The match against Malaysia is just an evidence to the fact that despite losing wickets, PNG can still make a massive chase.
Yes, the habit is good, though that they have done one time in T20 series, but I think they have got trust in their batting abilities. That's why, after winning the toss, Sasadwala stayed away, elected to bowl.
Smart cricket, quick single out there, bit of misfield. A good first over for Avinash Bohra so far.
Yes, as a batter at this stage, you have to cut the focus of the bowlers, because after 3 quick wickets, support of local crowd, I think that Nepal has been really on the peak. They are in a driving seat at this stage. I think it's a batter just to rotate the strike from PNG's point of view. Yes, that's better, because when you're stopping the ball, trying to rotate the strike, you will be getting down the bowler's attention, the focus, and that is good for batting side. So, good number of Nepal police. You have done extremely good job, everyone. Really wonderful. And start the officially played, and they have taken a quick run. Well, I'm joined by Mr. Sachin here in commentary box. Beautiful voice from Nepal.
I think the crowd would be happy, isn't it? 32 for 3. Young Avinash Bohra bowling his first over now, and most importantly, Ejaz, the danger man Tony Ura is out. That's the end of the 6th over. 32 for 3.
Power play done, and 33 for 3. And I think Nepal has done a pretty good job. This has been quite straight enough. And this, what a wonderful time when he was batting in 9 bowling. Extremely well bowled. Got 2 wickets in just 4 runs.
Devendra Singh Airi, what form this man is in. He's got this Midas touch today. In fact, in this whole tournament, in this tri-series, Ejaz, 2 consecutive wickets, and that big one of Tony Ura.
Yes, and Devendra Singh is the leading run scorer in T20 this year. He has crossed more than 500 runs.
Oh, nearly dropped on. Devendra Singh Airi has got the Midas's touch here. Dilip Nath giving it back to the batsman with a bit of sledging going there. Friendly sledging, I believe.
Yeah, that should be friendly because you need wickets. And I think so, a couple of wickets here will surely earn them more profit, but you have to trust in the batting abilities of PNG. They can bat down, they can chase well.
And across the line, this can be dangerous. The PNG batsmen will have to be cautious here. Unnecessary this.
Well, you have to be more accurate. Yes, there you go. Should be throwing in hands, not hit, because the batter is almost in. So you need to be throwing the ball into the wicket-keeper's hand and might be in a non-striking end, fielder's hand. So these are the small things that fielders should be equipping with at this crucial time.
Goes after it again, no connection again, inside edge again. Excited Dipendra Singh Airi again.
Yes, he's pitching in the right line. His line is good. His line is good, length is good. He's just dusting the batter. And look at that, you're just going to get a big one. Been lucky enough not to drag it onto the stumps.
Plays it onto the onside this time for a single. Dipendra Singh Airi is bowling really well here. Just 3 runs off his second over. And the score is now 36 for 3. So Adil Alam will bowl his first over here, 36 for 3. I think Nepal would be very happy with this start they've had. 5.14. Remember, they did not, I believe, set the target that would have challenged PNG, especially looking at the form they were in against Malaysia.
Well, to me, PNG batting well against pacers. So let's see if Adil and Sari can do something extraordinary here. They have got 5 leg down, third man is down, long leg in position.
Slower one to start with. Hammered down the ground, but won't find the fence. Sompal will cut it off. So the crowd now getting behind Nepali bowlers as expected. They're enjoying their day's cricket. It's warm and sunny here in Kathmandu. The sun has finally come back. It has been a week of overcast weather. Nadil now bowling to Charles Amini. Oh, beaten completely. Carrying on with PNG's idea of bowling slow deliveries, the cutters, back of the hand deliveries.
Yes, I think so. This is the pick of this wicket. Because when you're pitching length deliveries to the batters, I think you will be hit. Slower one, Yorker, that is really a key factor here. And I think so, to win this contest.
Oh, he loves himself on the bigger screen. He's there on the giant screen and the celebration is extraordinary.
And wait and see when the game will be finishing here. And hope that will be the best game of cricket we will see here.
Slower one again. Slower one again. He'll have to be careful not to be too predictable. This quicker one will be a surprise delivery through this over somewhere. Adil Alam could not do much destruction with his batting today, but excellent opportunity for him to be amidst wickets.
Yes, and Adil has got the abilities and capabilities of being a good all-rounder. He can bat well, really a hard hitter, and to me that his run-up, his delivery stance, with his landing, really been a beautiful. He's a really good medium pacer, can generate some good pace and couple of odd deliveries.
Wide signal from the umpire. We'll have to be careful here, Adil. The required run rate 10.56. The current run rate nowhere where PNG would want to be, 5.07. But if these two can put up a partnership, they still have a Norman Vanua to come in. Chad Super can also bat well. So still you cannot write off the team of Papua New Guinea. Can you, Judge?
Yes, not yet. Not yet. Plenty of overs.
Slow run again. No pace offered. Has been the best thing to do in this match. They come back for the second run. Clean collection maybe would have kept the umpires interested, not to be. They're enjoying themselves on the field, and look at this, the crowd. They will definitely make some noise looking at the drone that's flying over them. Beautiful shots. They're watching us live on Kirtipur TV and our Facebook page. What a wonderful day of cricket this is. The final of the Tri-Nation series between Nepal, Malaysia and Papua New Guinea. Nepal and Papua New Guinea playing the finals, obviously.
They will have to be more careful because such kind of things like, would it see an extra run in the previous delivery and now as well? So these are the small mistakes that when you're defending a target and you've been making it here. So I think that fielders should be on their toes, but with the presence of mind, they must be supporting their bowlers, because if you've been leaking runs, I don't think so there will be a way to defend such kind of target, because run rate is jumping up high. And surely at any stage PNG batters will try to go big.
Again, no pace allowed. This has been the ploy for the whole match so far. So that's the end of the first over of Mohammad Adil after 8:42 for 3 PNG. So 42 for 3, Nepal well and truly up front here. They're on top at this point of time. And crowd are what we've been talking about throughout this first Nepal innings and then now in the Papua New Guinea innings as well. And look at this. You don't give me tickets, I'll find myself a better view. Get our cameraman in there. I think that's a better view to watch cricket from. Maybe we need our commentary box there, Ejaj.
Yes, but I think so. Slight bit of danger because it's a slight bit high and you have to check on the trunk.
But this kept so low. It was a googly all right from Sandeep Lamitsane, but Sesebao was completely deceived by this low pitch delivery by Sandeep Lamitsane.
Yes, Sandeep, let's see if he can break something here and can get a couple of wickets, because he has got the ability. The fastest, second fastest, acquiring 50 wickets in T20.
This has gone straight up and well enough for the PNG to get this 6 runs after a long time. They needed this to break the shackles, and Sandeep Lamitsane has been treated in this fashion by Sesebao.
Well, he's a massive under pressure, requiring 10 runs per over. Straight enough, he's gone over aerial over the side screen and getting 6 runs. This is really a wonderful hit, clean hit to the captain of Nepal. And I think so. It's really a high confidence shot. You can sense that PNG ball batters, they've been in confidence now.
Sandeep wouldn't mind this. He's not somebody who will get boggled down by this kind of situation. And this is pulled very powerfully. Does it have enough? Just brilliant effort by the fielder there. Sandeep is disappointed, and 2 6s in a row. It was Adil Alam in the deep.
Yeah, this has gone over. I think that the fielder was fouling at the fence. Bit of backup length, asking for punishment, and there you go. Yeah, Teeman wicket, good air ball, but he just crossed the fence. I think so. Would have not been enough time throwing the ball back and saving 5 runs.
Sandeep's coming around the wicket again. Oh, sharp turn in this one. 12 runs from the first 4 deliveries. In fact, 13 runs of the first 4 deliveries And this is the drone shot we're talking about. This has been a highlight of the series. TU Cricket Ground in Kirtipur, inside the Tribhuvan University National Tribhuvan University.
Yeah, lots of bikes, cars, they've been parked alongside.
A very, very ambitious appeal this from Sandeep Laminsani. He'll have a little smile after this. Yes, he does. The ball would have missed even the fifth stump.
Yes, that was way towards offside. It was appeal, and suddenly he thought, oh no, what I'm asking here. Really wonderful. This is a big day in the history of Nepal's cricket. 4th April.
Shot again, punished again, but this time the connection not good enough for the ball to sail over. Sesebao moves on to 23 of 18. It's Charles Amini who took that single, 15 of 11. And that's the end of the 9th over, 56 for 3.
Runs, not out. Charles Amini could be the key factor. 23 from Sesebao, and let's see if they can back together down to the wire, can take this game to the favour of PNG with 2 wickets for Dipendra, who batted well, bowled extremely well. 7 runs and 1 wicket from Karan Casey. He is the hat-trick man in the series. So you can expect here, like, this game has been easily balanced, evenly poised for the both sides. And let's see when PNG batters will be trying to go airlifted. It might be like airborne, play some massive hits. I think it's a time.
Dipendra Singh Aidi on to his 3rd over now. He's not giving that pace, Dipendra Singh Aidi. He's bringing the length also. Comes back in really sharp with his armors. Dangerous for the left-handers as it comes back really, really sharp. Goes after it. I don't think it is taken in the middle of the bat. Sompal getting underneath it. Another wicket for Dipendra Singh Aidi. The 3rd to his name. Sompal Kami, yes sir. Saying to Dipendra Singh Aidi, I've got another wicket for you.
Well, the crowd was waiting for this pretty long. He was trying to break the shackles quite since long. Who hadn't seen the boundary. So you can jubilate, you can extremely well tapped in. Look at that, Charles Amini, the big batter. 15 runs goes in now. PNG 56 for 4. This is the way where the wicket fall.
Another important wicket of PNG has fallen. Sompal Kami. Ball was there in the air forever, but eventually held very, very well by Sompal Kami. And that's the fall of the 4th wicket, just as the partnership seemed to have developed. Papua New Guinea have lost another man, and it's a
And these people, they are really, really worth for what we've been witnessing here.
The crowd making this buzzing sound, making it more difficult for PNG batsmen to concentrate. That has been the hallmark of this crowd, as I said. Ejaz, this is not English crowd. This is Nepali crowd with full intensity. They love making noise. They love backing their own players. They respect good cricket as well. Sensible crowd. If you're watching this from anywhere around the world, you'll have to say to international cricket, the ICC, please bring back more cricket here in Nepal. We have crowd, we have that support. People anticipate for cricketing events. This is why. A Monday, this is a Monday, mind you, it's not a weekend day. It's a Monday, it's a weekday, second day of the week. And you can see the stands jam-packed, Ejaz. That's Nepali cricket for you.
Yes, extremely. This has been really a wonderful and big day for Nepal cricket. And they're just paving their way in the future for the mighty events that ICC, as you've spoken here, surely be looking on that. But let's see, it's a final game. And so far, this game has been tilting towards Nepal cricket after taking that fourth wicket. But still, you have to be that they have lots of confidence in the batting line of PNG. What we have been witnessing here since this tri-series in ODIs, that they're batting second, they've been doing extremely good job. So you have to keep your fingers crossed, do some good deliveries, take early wickets.
He's looking so vicious with the ball as well. What a series he's having, Dibendra Singh Aidi here. Showing why he is the absolute superstar in Nepal cricket.
Yes, as I've already told you, he's the leading run scorer in current here in 2020-22. More than 500 runs on the peak, on the top. And as well as wicket taking, I think he's been a brilliant bowler.
Last ball of the third over, Dibendra Singh Aidi. No run, just 2 runs off this over, and that wicket of Charles Amini. Halfway down the mark, we are 58 for 4. And umpires will call for drinks. So we're on to the 11th over now. Nepal clearly on top, and with me in the commentary box now is Prarambha. Prarambha, what a day for Nepali fans.
Indeed, it's been a beautiful day of international cricket. That was a sharp turn for Sandeep.
He's enjoying it, isn't it? His team on top hasn't picked up a wicket. And before this match, Prarambha, 22 times in a row Sandeep has picked up a wicket. This is turning out to be the longest streak for taking wickets in almost every match. Goes across the line again. Riley Hickory not being able to connect, and the amount of turns Sandeep is generating, I don't think that shot is the smartest choice.
Taking some risks out there because it's runs that PNG are needing here. 4 wickets gone.
Comes down the track again. Sandeep Lamizane bamboozling Hegure here. No idea where the ball came from and went. Happens when you're facing a world-class bowler, world-class leg spinner, Sandeep, with heaps of experience to his name. Let's have a look at this. Came down the track. There's no way he was going to reach the pitch of the delivery, Prarambha.
The Nepali camp should be content at the moment. That's a wide.
Sandy.
2 runs off the first 3 deliveries of Sandeep. The crowd, they've come in numbers. Papua New Guinea, I think, at the break, at the mid of this match, would have been happy with that set target. He's trying everything now and failing at everything. Sesebao this time.
Tried that switch hit. Failed to make the connection. Sandeep having a bit of chat with his opponent out there, trying to unsettle Sesebao.
comes over the wicket this time against the leg, against the left-hander. That has been played on the offside for a single. Sandeep Lamisania was a touch expensive in his previous over, considered 2 massive 6. And Papua New Guinea camp would be worried here.
Losing wickets at quick succession has hurt PNG here, despite restricting Nepal, for which we thought was below par score.
Expecting a googly probably, not a single googly bowled in this over by Sandeep. That's 11 gone. PNG are 4 down for 61.
Bowling change, right arm round.
So the crowd have come in numbers. As an spectator, as a supporter of Nepali cricket, you'd be pretty happy. Talking about happiness not there in this camp, the Papua New Guinea camp. They would be worried. 9 overs to go and they need that magic score of 169.
The idea here for PNG would be to create and build this partnership to rescue their innings. 6 wickets in hand, we know they can bat deep.
Oh, hammered it down the ground. Oh, wonderful attempt from Sompal Kami. Could not hold on to it, but that was a brilliant effort.
Right at the rope. What an effort, though it went for 6. Smashed shot, and that effort almost caught it. Talk about fine margin, Sachin.
He's a very athletic lad, Sompal Kami. What a catch it would have been if he had held on to it. Now Avinash Bora will have to be careful here. His team on top, yes, but 102 from 53 is something achievable. This time, much more convincing, I think. Nobody anticipated this one. Forget Sompal Kami.
Straight from the middle of the bat. Massive 6. Sesepao moving into the 4th gear.
Smile from the photographer, Nisa Bandari. She loves cricket, she loves sports in general. And Avinash Bora, he'll have to be careful, as I said. He has to look to vary that pace. He's not a very fast customer, Avinash Bora. He can bowl that perfect Yorker.
Having given away only 4 runs in the previous over, this one down the track, down the leg side rather. They run for a couple. There's a chance. Wasn't to be.
Avinash Bora has been a real find for Nepali cricket, especially in the past 3-4 odd years. Sharing a smile, calm looking Nepali fans. They can afford to be calm, but not if Avinash Bora continues the same manner. 6-6-2 considered in this over. Bowling to Sesebao.
A quick single in between. Does not look happy out there, Dipendra.
He wanted a backup, probably. Saying the same thing, yes, I'd have hit if there was a backup. Dilip Nath says, you know, you're too quick for me. You reached to the ball before I came to the wickets. Not my fault, it's you who's too quick. 6-6-2-1. 15 runs of the first 4 deliveries of Avinash Bora. And is this the over PNG we're looking for? 6.51 now, the run rate. They were going under 5.5 for good 4-5 overs. 11.16 is the required rate, but that's pretty much attainable. They can get some boundaries in here. Yorker goes down the ground towards the 3rd for a single.
Well, Norman Vanua has yet to come in, and with this partnership building now, PNG can still remain confident Sesepao already into his 40s from 27 delivery.
Runs of this over. Sesebao, the senior pro, now will have to look to anchor his team. Ken played towards the onside. They are thinking for the second run. In fact, they'll come back for the second run. Clean pickup from Karan would have made the umpires interested. Not to be though. 79 for 4 after an expensive over from Avinash.
Over, sir. 12 complete, 13. 13 complete.
So a partnership looking to build here between Bao and Hegere. Sandeep will bowl his third. Needs a wicket. A flight hit, and Sandeep is unpickable at this point of time. Does not just beat the batsman but also the keeper Dilip Nath. The amount of turns Sandeep is receiving, it's very deceiving for the batsman and the keeper as well.
Well, that sharp turn got the better of everyone out there. The momentum, Sachin, now seems to have shifted towards PNG.
I agree, the small passes of play. This is what happens in T20 cricket. Comes down the track, and this should have been a wicket for Sandeep. Instead, it will result in the same manner as the previous delivery. Dilip Nath smiles at it, but there should have been a better effort. Sandeep knows it.
The skipper must be furious for that. PNG crawling back into this game.
Riley Hickory doesn't need a bat there at the centre. All the scoring is done by runs. Disappointed Sandeep though. Oh, Sandeep is clearly on top and deservedly he's got a wicket. Yes. Umpire is not enough. I'll raise my finger too, says Sompal Kami. He wants somebody to take a picture of him. Oh, he's quite a character. He's such a character, Sompal Kami.
That seems to have hurt him, but a brilliant catch out there. A much needed wicket for Nepal. Riley Hickory is gone from 6 in fact from 9 deliveries.
This was on the cards. He was not comfortable at all, not picking up Sandeep Lamisani at all. Riley Hickory, and deservedly this wicket. This is the 23rd match Sandeep has got a wicket at least.
Sandy. Come on, Sandy.
So 82 runs now needed of 45 deliveries, 5 wickets in hand. Norman Vanua works out at the centre. Oh, this is a beautiful delivery. Massive appeal and Sandeep celebrates. A late finger raise from umpire Vinay Kumar Jha, and Sandeep is now on a hat-trick.
2 into completely deceived, and that fill placement as well, right at the time. Nepal piling pressure on Papua New Guinea out here. Jubilance.
Sandeep Lamisani has dismissed the most destructive Papua New Guinea batsman Norman Vanua. Let's have a look at this in the replay. He's bowling a number of leg spinners. In fact, all the deliveries have been leg spinners so far, not living up to his expectations of bowling googlies in this innings, Sandeep Lamisane. And he's got his reward.
Sharp turn for Sandeep Lamisane on a hat-trick, the Nepal captain.
So this is how Norman Vanua was dismissed. Oh, that came in really sharp. In fact, it went across Norman Vanua, and a good catch by Arif. Jubilant Nepali captain celebrating there. And he is on a hat-trick now. Second time in today's match, a Nepali bowler is on a hat-trick. Sandeep Lamisane. He plants the field. He will be bowling to the new man, Chopa, on a hat-trick. Tucked down towards the onside. Survives this time, Chopa.
Just the kind of over Nepal needed here.
81 of 43 now, still gettable, but Sesebao will have to play the knock of his life. Norman Vanua dismissed in the very first delivery. I think this is the biggest dent to Papua New Guinea's cause of chasing this moderate target set by Nepal. I call it moderate because this has been a high-scoring series so far. Change in field from Sandeep. Sesebao now moves on to 42 of 28. The best batsman today for PNG so far. Oh, inside edge. Could have easily chopped onto the stump, so a successful over this for Sandeep. 10 runs and 2 wickets to his name. 13 overs have gone by. 6 down for 89 are PNG.
Bowling change, right arm round. Arif. Ali bhitra bas aata.
You'd have imagined PNG is still in the game, but Tony Ura, the big hitting man, is gone. So Chalamini, oh, this was a chance if there was a direct hit. Rohit Paudel it was. Charles Amini, Tony Ura, Norman Vanua, Captain Vala. All of these important batsmen back to the pavilion, back to dugout rather. Charles Sober had joined the most important man so far for PNG. Sesebao was batting at 44 of 30.
Well, Sachin, the run rate which is closing towards 12 and over should be of concern for PNG. They simply cannot afford to lose any wicket here.
Devendra Singh Aidi meanwhile is now 3 for 10. He's been a very difficult customer to get away with. Devendra Singh Aidi, he scored a 50. The most crucial knock played by Nepali batsman today.
Smacked, in fact, finds the fielder. It's another wicket for Dipendra Singh Aidi. What an all-rounder.
Devendra Singh Aidi now 4 for 10. Easy catch for Adil there. What a match he's having. A 50 to his name with the bat. And he's already taken 4 wickets. 3 more deliveries to go. Can Devendra Singh Aidi collect a fiver here? 54 runs not out with the bat he played, and how good a cricketer he is. Takes this another wicket off PNG and deep down into trouble here. PNG. Ninety for 7. Now this is looking very, very difficult for PNG. Sesebao is still there. With me in the commentary box is Ejaz. Ejaz, home team the favorite now?
Yes, no doubt. Because the way they have batted, the way they have bowled, they really made this crowd happy. And I think so. You can't have better expectations from your local side, from your home team to play such kind of big cricket in front of such a big number of crowd. And I think so. This is the day for Nepal cricket. They've been doing it in a wonderful manner. Just 3 good deliveries. 3 wickets away, Nepal, to take this Tri-Nation series to their name.
And how good this would be for Dipender Singh Adi if he can manage 1 more wicket in this remaining 3 deliveries. 2 deliveries now. He'll get a 5er and a 50. A very well played 50, he'll have to say, under the circumstances.
Yes, exactly. There was really a tough time for the batters of PNG when quick early wickets were down, and that was the time when Dipender Singh, who kept himself in the centre with a massive hitting as well as some beautiful scoring all along the ground.
Flighted this one. Will just be a single, and Dipender Singh Adi now on to the final ball of his spell. 4 for 12. This match is going only one way from here if Sesebao cannot produce a couple of massive overs. Goes after it. Has he connected this well enough? Yes, this is a monstrous hit, in fact, and that brings up 50 for Sesebao, the lone fighter of the PNG squad. The PNG team in today's match, he does not celebrate it flamboyantly as he knows that he has a work to do. Yes, I'm on it. Don't worry. 14 gone, 98 for 7. So magical figures here for Dipender Singh Adi. 4 for 18 in his 4. That last 6 disturbed his bowling card by a bit. But this is already a wonderful, wonderful performance from Dipender Singh Adi. What a player, what a cricketer. 57, 110, 54, and now 4 for 20, 4 for 18. A dream run, you'll say this is, Ejaz.
Yes, exactly. But you'll have to keep an eye on Sesebao, that how he's been playing in the centre, because he's really a key. 51 in just 32 deliveries. This is really a good call, though that numbers will not be a big deal. They need to win this at any cost, but 71 in 36, massive call.
This was the first attempt at googly by Sandeep Lamisani. He's bowled conventional leg spinners more today. Has been the hallmark of this spell from Sandeep Lamisani. 2 for 21. He was on a hat-trick as well.
Yes, today Sandeep hadn't bowled some of the wrong ones. The googly, he's been more capitalizing on straighter and leg break.
Beautiful delivery. Beauty calls my friend Andrew from behind. A leg spinner understands a leg spinner the best. This was a googly. Bowled by Sandeep. Beaten all ends up.
Yes, he's making the batter to go forward. And almost there. The back foot was up in.
This is way shorter and way wide. So Sesebao will comfortably take a single and go to the non-striker's end. Atai and Bao. Can they build up a big partnership here? Are we going till the end? Or is it Nepal who will pick up this 3 wickets in quick succession? Flighted this time, swept. Thought for a single for a moment, not to be. Sandeep Lamisani, a wonderful spell this. And 23 times in a row he's picked up at least 1 wicket in a match. What a streak to have. What a fantastic bowler this man. The Nepal skipper has bowled tremendously well today especially. This is an appeal. The ball had pitched way outside the line of leg stump, I suppose.
Yes, you're right. That pitch down the leg side. But you'll have to give credit to the bowlers, as we can clearly see, pitching down the leg side. Bit of enthusiastic, trying to put some pressure on umpire, but really well done job by the umpires throughout this tournament.
Flighted again, played on the onside, and that brings us to the end of the 15th over. And my commentary in this match and series, you'll have a commentary change after this over. After 15, 102 for 7 PNG.
So 7 down, PNG should be looking to get onto the finishing line, because so far they've been a little bit on the back foot, and Endu has joined me in commentary box. Should be a great finish.
Yeah, good afternoon everyone. Good afternoon, Ijaz. Great to be with you again for the final time in this entire series. But I'll tell you something, this game is not over until Sese Bao is out. And Sandeep Lamachani will be acutely aware of that. So he's turned back to Karen KC from the pavilion end. Whilst he is still there, there's still a game on. And every time you're watching on at home and wondering why there's no noise, it's because there's runs. And this time, it's 6 of them slashed away, carved away. Good piece of batting. Too short, too wide. Great stuff from Sese Bao.
Yes, too much weight was offered this time. And Sese is just waiting for such kind of bad deliveries. He's just trying to improvise, use the pace, cutting it. And look at that, what ball he's done here over the fence. 6 runs, more needed.
Can't think of a time, certainly in recent times, where I've seen an atmosphere this good. It's been absolutely outstanding, one of the best anywhere in the cricketing world. It's right here in Kathmandu. This is hit into the offside, and it's taken! Avanesh Bahara, have you just caught the match and the series? Sese Bao just to the 6 over the offside. And this time, he's holed out to deep extra cover. Sandeep Lamachani gives Bao a hug. He says, well batted, that was outstanding. But surely, with it, that's the game and the tri-series.
Well, they trapped him. Sese Bao, 59 in 39 deliveries. Previous delivery before this, that was also the same shot, same delivery, and again they have capped the back foot point, slight finder more, and there you go, Avinash covered a good ground at the deep back foot point. Everyone was watching him. There you go, you can celebrate now. Way down long. So 108 for 8, PNG.
So one more look at this catch in the deep. It was a brilliant one from Avanesh Bahara. If he spills this and it goes over the rope for 6, it's just over 2 a ball that Papua New Guinea would have required, but Bahara knew how big a catch it was. And it's just 2 good pieces of cricket that the home side are away now. That's going to be a boundary though. Simon Atai and Vaggy Maria will come together. Remember, Atai has shown glimpses with the bat in this series. This game is not over just yet.
Yes, he picked up quite nice and smoothly that delivery. Though that backward point was there, he's just got enough power to cross that and capped it down. I think that more boundaries like this, you need to trust in the batting abilities of PNG. Still they can bat down as Athai has shown his batting skills.
Slower ball, change of pace this time from Karen KC, will just be a single. Really think PNG are going to look back at this final as a chase that has just been torn apart by the brilliance of Dipendra Singh Airi. But if you look at the scores at the end of the 16th over, Nepal were only 114 for 6. So they're not altogether dissimilar. It's just those couple of extra wickets that are going to be really costly. Karen KC's late cameo with the bat. I'm not sure there's going to be any jury needed for the player of the match if the home side win. What about Dipendra Singh Airi?
Yes, wonderful. And I already told to the spectators he's the leading run scorer in T20 this year. So I think that he's really a key factor for player of the game today in the big one, final.
Clubbed into the offside, stand and deliver stuff from the tail ender. He'll get 4. Poor delivery, that one. He was looking for the block hole, looking for the Yorker. It ended up really as a half volley and might not have been the most technically correct stroke from Morea, but it's effective. And it's his first boundary from his first delivery.
Well, when the tail enders, you can expect such kind of shots, like slightly backing away, trying to go somewhere at deep extra cover, and he has managed to go through. So at least a boundary. Really a big over. Wicket is there, but also getting 15 runs.
It is 2 a ball. If there was wickets in hand, PNG would fancy their chances. Problem is they're 8 down. Will they be 9 down in a moment? Lamachani runs in and he holds on. They are 9 down. It was that slower ball from Karen KC and Morea. He just didn't need to do that. Survive that. Give a tie the strike. You still have hope. Instead, they're on the brink. They're 1 wicket away. And Morea's gone.
Well, Morea has been deceived here by the pace. He was on 4 in just 2 deliveries, but unlucky. And another one goes down, and PNG, this is the way. Just trying to get play towards onside. Miscue went high. Captain comes underneath it. 113 for 9.
So 6 bowlers used so far, just 1 over for Adil Ansari, but that's given that little bit of freedom and flexibility for Sandeep Lamachani, the skipper. He's brilliant as always. 24 innings in a row now. Would you believe that he has taken a wicket in consecutive 24 innings in T20I cricket? Sampal Kami will come in. And what a disaster for Papua New Guinea. If just 1 batter could have stayed there with Sese Bao. The big wicket, though, was that one of Norman Vanua, the first delivery he faced from Sandeep Lamachani. Beautiful piece of leg spin bowling. For now, it would be Sampal Kami. It's just the number 11 at the crease, and that's Samo Kamea, and he's on strike. The batter's rather foolishly crossed. Simon Atai should have had the strike. But look at this crowd. Have you ever experienced an atmosphere like this one, Ijaz, live in the flesh?
Well, this is really a wonderful, extremely beautiful pictures here at Kathmandu.
Dug in, and Atai wants the single. This is going to be it. Is this it? Oh, who's going to run him out? One of them is Sampal Kami. He's going to take the stump with him. The umpire's finger, I think it's finally gone up. Wide is signalled, and I think that's going to be that. A rather ridiculous way to end it. But nobody's going to care. A calamitous run out between Kamea and Atai. And there's your champions. The champions of the SkyExchange.net Nepal Tri-Nation Series, powered by Dappa News. It's the hometown heroes. It's Nepal.
Oh, what a day for Nepal's cricket. Yeah, creating a history here at this very venue. And look at that, that's the way. I don't know that why he has gone down to the batting end with a non-striking end. 4 of the Nepali fielders, they were waiting. And Rohit was searching for the wicket that I have to celebrate. Where is my stump? And there you go, all they're running here on this beautiful occasion. Nepal strikes.
What a way to end this in the most remarkable of circumstances. I think they were going to win anyway, but a calamitous effort at a single from Simon Atai, who should have been on strike anyway. It was a real error. And what about the emotions, the feelings right there in that huddle? Look at this, Ijaz. Great scenes of joy, not just in the crowd, not just from this capacity 10, 12,000 person crowd we've seen, but great scenes of joy for this Nepali side. They've run out ready winners by 50 runs. We felt they might have been just a little bit short, but their bowling and their fielding has been outstanding, and the drone cam has to make sure it avoids Sampal Kami. There's the Nepali flag, it comes on, and it's going to be handed to the team. Very special moments here that will live long in the memory in Kathmandu.
Yes, exactly. Really a big day for Nepal cricket, and this event organised by Cricket Association of Nepal along with the sponsors at Sky Exchange.net and Dafa News. They should be proud of every moment here, that the way these players, they have played a tremendous cricket, from the batting, from the bowling, everything. This has been extremely well played, and thumbs up to Ken.
Nepali cricket, it is on the rise. Wherever you are around the cricketing world, watch on these scenes, and mark my words, this is a country going places in the cricketing world. It's going to go up the rankings to number 12 after a 5th consecutive victory, go past the UAE, and I'm not sure there's too many cricketing grounds anywhere in the world that you'd have had the kind of atmosphere that we've had here today on a Monday. So look at this, it's not just potential that Nepal has anymore, it's much more than that. It's got real skill, quality and character within their side, and this capacity crowd that we've seen flood the TU International Cricket Ground. They've had a day to remember, and they've had new heroes born. It was the era of Shakti Gochan and Paras Kadka that took Nepali cricket to its original heights, but I think this generation of Rohit Kumar Paudel, of Dipender Singh Airi, of Kushal Bertel, and of those experienced bowlers, Sampal Kami, Karan KC, Sandeep Lamachani, the captain. Look at this, don't they love them? They're the new heroes that are being born, and they're thronging to see them. And there's a reason why. The fanaticism here and the love and the joy of the game, it's very real and it's very beautiful, very special indeed.
Yes, no wonder these Nepali cricketers, they have laid a foundation here. They paved their way towards international cricket. And I think so this ranking will surely lead them at the top level. They're knocking at international cricket in such a beautiful manner, and crowd loving every moment here. Beautiful gestures. These are the ambassadors of Nepal, and they have really lifted themselves well. The great atmosphere here at TU Cricket Ground. Wonderful.
Look at that shot there, the Nepali flag being held high around the ground. And who else would it be? Of course, it's Sampal Kami. We miss you, Paras Dai. Sampal wants a photo with that. Don't worry, he's here. He's up in the crowd, Paras Kadka. And there'll be no prouder or happier man probably in the whole country. He said to me earlier that my time has been and gone. And I just love seeing these young stars go about it. And high fives there, lovely sign as well. I see every wicket of your googly, Sandeep 25. Very special moments these. And just imagine there's probably a young Sandeep Lamachani or a young Paras Kadka up there in the crowd. They might be 7, 8, 9 years of age. And if they're here today to witness this in person, they'll never forget it. And they'll be waiting for their turn in the years to come. There's a fanaticism for the game here. I think it's unrivaled anywhere in the associate world. And to be honest, it would match many of the test nations as well. On to bigger and better things. This has been a brilliant series, this tri-series. 7 games, we've seen well over 2,400 runs. We've seen wickets aplenty, hat-tricks, plenty of 50s, centuries. The brilliance and the continued emergence of Dipendra Singh Airi, and Sandeep Lamachani bows down to the fans. How lovely is this to see? It's the right thing to do as well, isn't it? They just do everything right, on and off the pitch, these young men. We've got to give them great credit, and there's a reason they're so idolised and so loved here, not just in Kathmandu, but all the way around the country, and everyone tuning in on Kirtipur HD TV is going to be lapping up every single second of this. It's been great to be a part of.
Yes, this is really a big day in Nepal's cricket history, that they won it by Tri-Nation in what a wonderful. And I think so that everyone, like from top management of Cricket Association of Nepal, the players, the batters, the bowlers, the fielders, everyone, and a ground staff here, scorers, everyone has done a great job. Thanks to ICC as well. They've been splendid to this wonderful event here, hosting this in a tremendous manner.
Yeah, well, all the credit, I think, has to go to the Cricket Association of Nepal and all the sponsors and partners who made it possible. But this is organised by the Cricket Association of Nepal. It's not an ICC event, it's a CAN event, and they've done a brilliant job on it. You see there, Sese Bao was really the only man to get going. 59 off 38 for him. Only other batter in double figures was Charles Amini, and nobody could give Bao any support. That Tony Ora dismissal and Norman Vanua, the two standout batters really for PNG in the tournament, both gone first ball.
There you go, Karan Casey taking 3 wickets, and Dipendra Singh, the pick of the bowlers. And for my words, he will be the key factor, the key player today. 18 runs, 4 wickets in his 4 overs, and 2 wickets for Sandeep, the captain, chipped in for 25 runs in 4 overs.
What a remarkable record Sandeep Lamachani is, and there is the tail of the tape. There is the evidence. 50 runs they've ended up defending that total by, bowling Papua New Guinea out in no time at all, in just 16.1 overs. And you'd have to think that PNG are going to wonder what could have been. They did half the job, but then their batters, when the pressure told the most, when the home crowd were really getting into it, they just were nowhere to be seen. And that was the big problem. Look at that flag flying high. And isn't it lovely, Ijaz, to see smiling faces everywhere?
Yes, smiles around here at 2U Cricket Ground. And thanks to the curator who has given up beautiful pitches here. Runs are massive. We saw that wickets are kept falling. But what a wonderful time.
Well, the curator, if there's one man who deserves praise, it's not just him but his team. They've done a phenomenal job. The VIPs are getting their moment with the team in front of them, and Adil Alam has got a stump that he's never going to let go of. He won't forget this week. And I think if the gods were favourable, they'd be giving the curator a bit of rain. There's the trophy, it's getting ready to go. They deserve a bit of rain. It's been so dry here in Kathmandu. It's made his achievement of producing such good batting wickets even better. You can see it there, can't you? Particularly outside the 30-yard circle. Look at all the fans. Barely any of them are leaving. I tell you something, I didn't get to go up there today. The Nepal police said, I don't think it's a good idea. There's too many people up there. If you go up, it could be chaos. It could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. But we'll get up there later. I'm sure we'll enjoy some action. I don't know where to start. For me, Andrew Leonard, this has been the most brilliant series. Ijaz Ahmed, your first experience of Nepali cricket, 7 games. Five really close ones, including today. Today was a close match for 75% of it. But you'd have to say that really the hosts are the worthy favourites, and they were not just worthy favourites, but worthy champions.
Yes, exactly. No doubt. No second words. And lots of boundaries have been scored today.
Yeah, let's go and take a look at the fours.
Fours brought to you by TVS Apache RTR 200 4V, Racing DNA on list.
So let's take a look at the fours. Not many sixes hit in this innings. It was really just Sese Bao who got that going, but 7 fours in total. One apiece for Legacy Aka and Asad Bala. That really stylish one from CJ Amini.
Yes, exactly. They started well. They were very watchful, but hitting well, keeping all the fences really in check. But sometimes you have some sort of bad day. You've not been overcoming those losses. But to me, they have done a wonderful job by hitting those boundaries right underneath of the bat sometimes. The luck was there in the boundaries coming up, but overall, really a wonderful day when PNG was batting.
Yeah, plenty of fours came in the end, Bao, Hakore, and then that one from Atai.
Fours brought to you by TVS Apache RTR 200 4V, racing DNA on less.
Yeah, so the sixes, believe it or not, they all came from one man. And the reason for that, only two people got to double figures. The first was Charles Amini with his 15, and Sese Bao's 59. When he was there, there was still a game on. He hit 6 sixes. All of the highlights of the sixes are going to come from him.
Sixes brought to you by Jagdamba Super Sign तथा Jagdamba Galma Plus Jasta Pata.
Here they are. The first one was off Lamachani, straight as anything down the ground. He really took the attack to Lamachani in particular.
Yes, exactly. I think so. That was the time when you're thinking that might be PNG. They're lifting dangerously, but a bit of mixed sort of situation at that time. The home crowd, they thought we can win this, and PNG were batting well. Some chances are dropped right at the boundary line, but some massive hitting as well. We did see a clean hitting. We go towards onside, and such kind of beautiful shots. Really well played, PNG.
Last 6 over the offside, that slash, he was caught from the next delivery.
Sixes brought to you by Jagdamba Super Sign तथा Jagdamba Galma Plus Jasta Pata.
The difference between the two sides really ended up being the wicket-taking ability of particularly Sandeep Lamachani and Karen KC. They were in the wickets again today, but it's no surprise to me at the start of the show, not just with the bat, but also with the ball, it was the man who's probably going to be the player of the tournament, the off-spinner, Dipendra Singh Airi.
It's brought to you by TVS Apache RTR 200 4V, racing DNA on less.
So first ball was Legacy Aka, and this of all the shots was the most confusing. They looked like they were just setting a nice platform, and he just chipped it up to extra cover.
Yes, you're right. They were looking good at that time. And then I think so. It was a time when the wickets was just coming, and Karan Casey having the same momentum, same action, what he did at his hat-trick. And today, this was the time when the first wicket was there, the second one to go. Just straight enough. And Nepal has no hesitation.
Yeah, that was a big moment. I don't think Asad Valla was too happy with that decision. I reckon it got him in line. The only question for me was the height, but maybe because of Dipendra Singh Airi's slightly round arm action, it's actually, I thought we were going to get the side on view, but it's the next wicket to fall. That was the very first delivery, would you believe it, from Tony Ora. What was that, a rush of blood to the head?
Yes, exactly. And I think so that they were thinking that Murphy will have to go like on a high note, playing some massive hits. But that's why you're watching lots of catches here. They were trying hard to break the shackles, trying to lift the scorers. That's why they miscued.
And again, a dismissal, that one of Amini, a little bit of an uncharacteristic shot. He's usually so clever with his cricket, working the ball along the ground predominantly, and this time he's just holed out to Sampal Kami. Look at the celebrations. That shot was a very strange one from Riley Hakore, and Sampal Kami had the celebrations out, but wait for the next one. This was really where you felt the game was done, and the reason for that was because it was Norman Vanua, big storm in Norman. His first ball, look at this, the perfect leg break, a dream delivery, and all Vanua could do was look back at the pitch. And I'll tell you something, we've lost the greatest leg spinner to have ever played the game in the last month, Shane Warne. He would have been incredibly proud of that one. The dream leg spin dismissal, drift into the right-hander, turn away, caught it first slip.
Yes, there are no second words. The celebration has started by that time, and they were sensing the victory when 7 wickets were down, that they can keep it to their favour. That was way back. The trap was there. Before that, he hit a mighty 6. But here, on that delivery, he was caught really well at deep backward point.
Yeah, Karen KC, who just continues to take wickets, 3 more for him today. him and Lamachani, they just take wickets so regularly, it gives the home side a huge advantage. A good catch this one actually held. He easily could have ended up running into Dilip Nath, and Sandeep says it was mine. I was never going to drop it. See the camaraderie between the sides, and here we go. Here is a winning moment. You'll never see a winning moment like this. Sampal says, I want to do it. Sandeep says, I'll do it. Then they both do it. Then all the stumps come out. Carnage ensues. What a way to win it. They were out champions to mighty celebrations by 50 runs.
Wickets brought to you by TVS Apache RTR 200 4V, racing DNA on less.
Yeah, I think that winning moment is going to end up on social media, isn't it? Because it was so special. And of course, if you're wondering why it was given run out, if they'd broken the bails without the ball, it wouldn't have been out. But then you can hold the ball against the stump, pull the stump out of the ground, and that's still a run out. Obviously, the PNG batter never even tried to get back. But what a day we've had. What a 7 days of cricket we've had. 7 matches, 5 crackers. And I think we have to give great credit, just incredible amounts of credit, to the Cricket Association of Nepal for having the vision to come and organise this series, bring in all the things they needed to bring in, the ICC, Wendell LeBroy and his team of match officials, the fantastic work of Bir Singh and the ACU team to keep the game safe, and then of course all the partners. We see them on the board behind us, SkyExchange.net, DAFA News, the ITW team who's brought on all these partners, IME Pay, the ticketing partner, and of course for the first time Sunbi Holdings and the 11 Sports team taking on a series. They've done a great job, and it just couldn't really have gone any better from every capacity. Great crowds, great cricket, and a great result. The hosts are champions.
Yes, exactly. And these are opening up the gates for Nepal cricket, for different sorts of stakeholders and different sorts of spectators. I think so. A big day in Nepal's cricket history.
And one more big shout out, not just everyone who's made it possible here domestically, but the visiting teams. Papua New Guinea and Malaysia, they both played their part, ranked 19th in the world and 33rd in the world. They've played their part, and Nepal may have come out as champions, but it wouldn't have been possible without those two as well. So let's get down and hear a little bit more of the post-match celebrations, and we'll see who Paramba's got with them right now.
Well, what a day of international cricket. In fact, Nepal winning the match, adding gloss to what has been a great series. Joining me in the middle of the TU Park is a colleague, and let us have a brief introduction of us. This is Shefali Baga. And Shefali, first time in Nepal, how do you like this cricketing atmosphere here?
I mean, amazing. Look at the crowd. Still, they're just cheering up for the Nepal team. And they are very, very much into the game while watching the game. And I'm quite impressed by the energy that they have brought in. I'm sure this gave a lot of strength to the Nepal team over here. And they indeed won by 50 runs. And that's a point which we can look at. That is quite a lot. It was, of course, a one-sided game, but we have to compliment the Nepal team for their efforts, for their performance. It was just fantastic, Praramb.
So, well, Shefali, how about the crowd, though? Look at the craze and the love. How do you draw similarities between the crowd of Nepal and India and elsewhere?
Oh, it is quite similar, actually. Earlier, I didn't knew. This is actually my first time to Nepal. I didn't knew that the crowd here actually loves cricket so much. And it is similar like Indian crowd as well. They were all very excited. They were shouting, jumping. Their flags were high. And they were cheering up for their team. That's impressive to watch.
Well, any takeaways from away shots visit to Nepal this time?
I'm looking forward to more such leagues. I'm quite impressed and I'm very happy and proud to be a part of this league.
So in terms of cricket, what did you like the most about this series?
Oh, today's performance, talking about, we'll be obviously, giving away the titles and the awards to the winners and the match winners. But of course, there were a lot of match winners today and the performances were fantastic. And, it gives a platform to all these players, there are a few young players as well, to show their talent to the entire world out there.
Thank you so much, Sefali. We'll now be going back to the commentary box before we move ahead with the official formal presentation.
Thank you, both Parambra and Shefali. Lovely to have Shefali with us. Nice, pleasant surprise this morning. Just jumped into our car. Let's talk a bit about the star performers of the series. Ijaz, I think Dipendra Singh Airi is going to be the standout, the one that everyone will talk about for not just his 255 runs, but also his 7 wickets, and particularly his bowling today, 4 for 18 in the final. But plenty of good performances from all 3 teams. Tony Ora, very, very good with the bat, not today, of course. And from Malaysia, probably Ahmed Faiz and Syed Aziz, the 2 standouts.
Yes, I think you're right, because we had seen pretty good, decent batting from Nepali batters when they were batting in centre. And they're also like Sandeep Lamichhane, Karan Casey, who got a hat-trick, and who's the leading wicket takers. So I think that at both sides, if you look onto the top, we can see that Nepali batters and bowlers, they've been really coming out at the top. So this means they've been showing their skills in a tremendous manner, and they are earning respect, earning rankings.
You know, they say in modern T20I cricket, it's the batters who may look the best and they're the talk of the town, but it's the bowlers that win you the games. And no surprise for me to see Karan KC and Sandeep Lamichhane on top of the table in the wicket-taking charts. 13 wickets for KC, 11 for Lamichhane and 7 for Airi. So 3 of the top 4, they're separated by Vaggy Maria at number 4. Of course, that 5-wicket haul for Karan KC and that famous hat-trick. And a quick word as well for the fielding, because the fielding from all 3 of the teams, particularly the home side, was outstanding. 7 catches for Kushal Vertel, not far in front of Tony Ora 5 and Sampal Kami and Airi both of 4. Brilliant effort in all 3 disciplines. I think that we might be ready for the post-match presentation. We're going to see who's going to get their hands on this wonderful trophy, and all of the dignitaries are ready to go. So let's get down to Parambra Dahal with the post-series presentation.
So welcome to the post-match presentation party, the formal closure of this entire series as well. To move on with this presentation, I would like to first of all name a few guests and dignitaries that we have with us. The President of CAN, Chatur Bahadur Chand, is being joined by the chief guest for this formal program, Minister for Finance, Janadhar Sharma Prabhakar. Similarly, we've got the Treasurer of Cricket Association of Nepal, is Roshan Singh. And then we've got members of CAN, Madhav Karmacharya, Durga Raj Pathak, Sanjay Singh, Chumbi Lama, along with all the board members of the Cricket Association of Nepal as well. We also like to thank the sponsors, Kelmi. The representative for Kelmi is Pradeep Neupane, and Jalapa Fresh, we got Roshan Dual. And to begin with, I'd like to first of all invite the President of Cricket Association of Nepal, Chatur Bahadur Chand, to share his few remarks.
धन्यवाद। यो फाइनल समारोहको यस कार्यक्रमका प्रमुख अतिथि एवं माननीय अर्थमन्त्रीज्यू, नेपाल क्रिकेट संघका पदाधिकारी एवं सम्पूर्ण साथीहरू, यो फाइनलका 2टै टिम एवं मलेसिया टिमका सबै टिम मेम्बर, उपस्थित सम्पूर्ण पत्रकार साथीहरू, स्पोन्सर्स, क्रिकेट प्रेमी सम्पूर्ण दाजुभाइ दिदीबहिनीहरूलाई सर्वप्रथम नमस्कार। र म आजको यो फाइनलको यो प्रेजेन्टेसन सेरेमनीमा, पुरस्कार वितरण समारोहमा खास गरेर आफ्नो अमूल्य समय दिएर पाल्नु भएको माननीय अर्थमन्त्रीज्यूलाई हार्दिक स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छु। र यो प्रतियोगितालाई 3 देशको यो प्रतियोगिता र योभन्दा अगाडि हामीले ओडिआई सिरिज गरेका थियौँ, यसलाई सफल बनाउन सहयोग गर्नुहुने सम्पूर्ण आदरणीय क्रिकेट प्रेमी दाजुभाइ दिदीबहिनीहरूलाई हार्दिक हार्दिक आभार प्रकट गर्न चाहन्छु र धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु। र जसरी यो नेपाली दर्शकहरूले क्रिकेटलाई जसरी माया गरिराख्नु भएको छ, खेलाडीहरूको हौसला बढाइराख्नु भएको छ, त्यति मात्रै होइन, काम गर्ने ऊर्जा दिइरहनु भएको छ। सम्पूर्ण दर्शक जो क्रिकेट प्रेमी हुनुहुन्छ सम्पूर्णलाई पुनः धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु। र आजको यो फाइनलमा उत्कृष्ट खेलेको नेपाल टिम जो सिरिज जित्न सफल भएको छ ट्राइसी, त्यसका लागि नेपाल टिमलाई सबैलाई बधाई दिन चाहन्छु, हार्दिक बधाई दिन चाहन्छु। र बेटर पर्फर्मेन्सका लागि पिएनजी एन्ड मलेसिया दुईटैलाई पुनः कङ्ग्रेचुलेसन बधाई भन्न चाहन्छु। र यो यस्तो कार्यक्रमहरूमा जसरी नेपाल सरकार लगायत सम्पूर्ण क्रिकेट प्रेमीहरूको सहयोग भइराखेको छ, यसको निरन्तरताका लागि खास गरेर सरकारबाट खेलाडीहरूको प्रोत्साहन, खेलाडीको हौसला बढाउनेमा र पूर्वाधार विकासमा कुनै खालको कमी नरहने एक खालको हामी चाहिँ विश्वासका साथ अघि बढेका छौँ र यहाँहरूले दिनुभएको हौसला, यहाँले गर्नुभएको सहयोगका लागि बाट नेपाल क्रिकेट अझै माथि जाने नेपाल क्रिकेट सङ्घको अहिलेको कार्य समिति, सम्पूर्ण क्रिकेट प्रेमी फलोअर्स सबै विश्वस्त भएको हुनाले पुनः प्रमुख अतिथिज्यूलाई मैले आग्रह गरेँ क्रिकेटको विकासका लागि यहाँ मैले सुनेको छु क्रिकेटप्रति मन्त्रीज्यूको निकै चासो छ, खेलाडीहरूलाई चाहिँ अलिकति अगाडि बढाउन, क्रिकेटको इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेभलपमेन्टमा पनि चासो भएको हुनाले स्वयं आज प्रमुख अतिथि हुनुभएको हुनाले मैले यही आग्रह गरेँ र उपस्थित सम्पूर्ण सहयोग गर्ने आदरणीय मित्रहरू, क्रिकेट प्रेमी लगायत सम्पूर्णलाई र खास गरेर दर्शक, नेपाली क्रिकेटलाई माया गर्ने दर्शक र पत्रकार साथीहरू र यो प्रतियोगितालाई चाहिँ सम्पन्न गर्न खटिनुभएका सम्पूर्ण म्याच अफिसियल्स र स्पेसली हाम्रो चाहिँ सुरक्षा निकायका आदरणीय मित्रहरूलाई चाहिँ पुनः हार्दिक धन्यवाद। सम्पूर्ण प्रतियोगिता सफल गर्ने आदरणीय साथीहरूलाई धन्यवाद दिँदै म पुनः मन्त्रीजीको स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छु र बिदा हुन्छु र तीनै टिमलाई पुनः एकपटक हार्दिक बधाई, धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much, sir. Now, our chief guest, Minister for Finance, Nadar Sharma, we would like to hear a few words from you.
धन्यवाद। नेपाल क्रिकेट सङ्घका अध्यक्ष लगायत समग्र टिमका साथीहरू र यस टिममा सहभागी हुनुभएका अन्य खेललाई सफल पार्न सहभागी हुनुका सम्पूर्ण महानुभावहरू, दर्शकहरू र मुख्य गरी हाम्रा नेपालका खेलाडी साथीहरू, क्रिकेट टिमका सम्पूर्ण साथीहरू, सन्दीप लाइबी छानेज्यू लगायतका सबै यस टिमका साथीहरूलाई सर्वप्रथम म यो अवसरमा हार्दिक बधाई भन्न चाहन्छु र यहाँहरूले जुन उत्कृष्ट प्रदर्शन गर्नुभएको छ यसबाट त्रिदेशीय एउटा T20 सिरिजमा नेपाल फेरि अर्को पटक, पहिले एकपटक पनि यसले महत्त्वपूर्ण स्थान हासिल गरेको थियो र अहिले फेरि आएर हाम्रो टिमको स्तरोन्नति गर्ने स्तरबाट जुन सफलता हासिल भएको छ यसको लागि म क्याप्टन सञ्जीव लामिछाने लगायतका सबै खेलाडीहरूलाई धेरै बधाई भन्न चाहन्छु र एनपिजी र मलेसियाका खेलाडीहरू जो सहभागी हुनुभएको छ उहाँहरूको पनि राम्रो प्रदर्शनी भएको छ, उहाँहरूलाई पनि म बधाई भन्न चाहन्छु र नेपालले निरन्तर यस खेलमा आफ्नो सफलता हासिल गर्दै आज अन्तिम फाइनलमा पनि सफलता हासिल गरेकोले सबै नेपालीहरूको लागि, हामी सबैको लागि गौरवको कुरा, खुसीको कुरा हो। हामी सबैलाई हार्दिक बधाई पनि म भन्न चाहन्छु र यहाँहरूले यो क्यानले आयोजना गरेर नेतृत्व गरेर यो सञ्चालन भएको खेलले नेपालीको शिरलाई फेरि माथि मतलब उठाएको छ, यसको म प्रशंसा गर्न चाहन्छु र 14 गतेदेखि आजसम्म निरन्तर चलिरहेको यो खेलमा यहाँहरूले उत्कृष्ट प्रदर्शन गर्नुभएको छ, त्यसको लागि म सम्पूर्ण खेलाडीहरूलाई फेरि पनि बधाई भन्न चाहन्छु। त्यसै गरी करण केसीजीले गर्नुभएको ह्याट्रिक र दिपेन्द्र सिंह एरीले गर्नुभएको 110 रन बनाएर 1000 रन जो पुर्याउनु भएको छ यसको लागि म धेरै बधाई भन्न चाहन्छु र अरू साथीहरूलाई पनि, अरू खेलाडीहरूले पनि राम्रो प्रदर्शन गर्नुभएको छ, यहाँहरू सबैलाई बधाई छ। समग्रमा टिम क्याप्टेन सन्दीप लामिछानलाई धेरै बधाई र अब यहाँको यो उच्च स्तरको प्रदर्शनीले निरन्तरता पाओस्, अझ अगाडि बढोस् भन्ने कुरा म यहाँ राख्न चाहन्छु। त्यसको लागि पक्कै पनि यहाँहरूले गरेको उच्च प्रदर्शनीको लागि नेपाल सरकारले यहाँहरूलाई सम्मान गर्नेछ, त्यति कुरा म अहिले यहाँ भन्न चाहन्छु र म व्यक्तिगत रूपबाट पनि यहाँहरूलाई हार्दिक सम्मान व्यक्त गर्न चाहन्छु। त्यसै गरी यो यहाँहरूले विश्वकपको नजिक पुगेर त्यसमा सफल मतलब विश्वकपमा जान हामी सकेनौँ, त्यसमा निराश हुनु पर्दैन, त्यसबाट धेरै शिक्षाहरू प्राप्त भएका छन्। ती शिक्षालाई लिएर अगाडि बढ्नका लागि, त्यसमा अगाडि बढेर फेरि त्यो लक्ष्य हासिल गर्नका लागि एउटा सङ्कल्प फेरि आवश्यक छ। त्यो सङ्कल्प हामी सबैको तर्फबाट, देशको तर्फबाट, क्यानको तर्फबाट, खेलाडीको तर्फबाट फेरि एकमुष्ट गरौँ भन्ने कुरा पनि म अपिल गर्न चाहन्छु र मैले आफ्नो ठाउँबाट खेल क्षेत्रलाई प्राथमिकता दिएर यहाँ खेल क्षेत्रमा गर्नुपर्ने लगानीको बारेमा मैले क्यानका साथीहरूसँग भनेको छु। केही पूर्वाधारको बारेमा पहिले कुरा भइसकेको छ, फेरि त्यही कुरा दोहोऱ्याइरहन आवश्यक हुँदैन र त्यो कुरालाई विशेष प्राथमिकता दिएर अगाडि बढाउने कुरा पनि म गर्न चाहन्छु। जति राज्यले लगानी गर्यो त्यति खेलाडीहरूले उच्च प्रदर्शनी गर्न सक्ने कुरा हो। पक्कै पनि हाम्रो खेल क्षेत्रमा लगानी कम भएको छ, त्यसलाई वृद्धि गर्नुपर्ने आवश्यकता छ। यहाँहरू सबै क्षेत्रका खेल क्षेत्रका साथीहरूको यो माग छ, यो राष्ट्रको आवश्यकता पनि हो, हामीले महसुस पनि गरेका छौँ। त्यसकारण यो कुरा पनि यो प्रतिबद्धता म यहाँहरूसँग गर्दै फेरि पनि नेपालको यो विजयप्रति हार्दिक बधाई, हार्दिक बधाई, हार्दिक बधाई। धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much, sirs and Honorable Minister. We'd like to have you here for a while more. No event is successful without the sponsors. Therefore, I request the President of CAN, Chatur Bahadur Chand, to distribute token of love to our sponsors. And to begin with, the first one, I would like to request a representative from Nepal National Hospital to receive the token from the chief guest and the President of Cricket Association of Nepal, representative from Nepal National Hospital. The other representative would like to request Pradeep Neupane from Khelme, Nepal. We now request the presence of representative of Subisu, the IT partner for the tournament. Next in line as representative from ITW Productions. We request the presence of the representative of ITW Productions. Can we have the representative of Sunby Holdings, please? We now request Roshan Dhital Jalapa Fresh Water Hydration Partner. A representative from Jalapa Fresh Water, please. Moving on, we've got a representative from Hyatt Palace. And we request the presence of the representative from Kirtipur Television SD. Proceeding with the post-match presentation, we also have a token of love for CAN from Sunby Holdings. We'd like to request Sunby Holdings to hand over the token of love to Cricket Association of Nepal. For the match, we have got brilliant cricketing atmosphere here, and then the match officials have been brilliant throughout the tournament. I'd like to request the match officials to be felicitated by the chief guest. First of all, we'd like to invite Wendell Laberoy, the match referee for the entire tournament. Buddhi Bahadur Pradhan, the umpire panel, Durganath Subedi, Binay Kumar Jha. We request your presence, Chair, please. We also invite scorers Mehboob Raza, Surit Nepali, and Saif Ali Ansari. The ACU for the entire tournament, Bir Singh, please. And the representative for the ground staff, Madhav Tamang, on behalf of the entire team. We also have medals for the winners and the runners-up. We begin with the team of Papua New Guinea. I'd like to invite all the players from the Papua New Guinea to join us in the post-match presentation party, beginning with Ashadullah Vala, the captain, Lega Siaka, Tony Uras, Sesebao, Charles Amini, the player of the series of the one-day internationals. We've got Simon Atai, Hiri Hiri, and then we've also got Jason Kila, Chad Soper, Norman Vanua, Riley Hekure, Dogodo Bao, Kaua Bhagi Moria, Elia Now, and Seema Kamia. Moving on, we'd like to invite the team players of Team Nepal, the winners of the series. Sandeep Lamechane, the skipper. Mohammad Arif Sheikh, Kushal Vurtel, Sompal Kami, Dipendra Singh Airi, Sagar Dakal, Kamal Singh Airi, Mohammad Asif Sheikh, Karan Kesi, Avinash Bohara, Vivek Kumar Yadav, Dilip Nath, Lokesh Bahadur Bam, Kushal Malla, Rohit Kumar Paudel, Mohammad Adil Alam. We'd also like to invite the team officials of both the teams, Team Nepal and Team PNG, to receive their token of love. Moving on with the presentation, I'd like to invite here a few more guests to hand over the individual awards. I'd like to invite Roshan Singh, the treasurer of the Cricket Association of Nepal, to join us at the party. I'd also like to invite Madhav Karmacharya and Prashant Malla to join the chief guests out here. I'd like to invite the guests. Moving on with the individual awards, first of all, we've got Best Bowler, and the best bowler of the entire tournament goes to Karan Kesi. He's picked 13 wickets. Brilliant performance today again, one more time. After Karan, we've got the best batter of the entire series. This is, we request best bowler to be awarded by Madhav Karmacharya. Congratulations, Karan. And the best batter goes to Tony Ura from Papua New Guinea. Would like to request Prashant Malla, sir, to hand over the award to best batter, Tony. After this, we proceed with the player of the series to be awarded by Roshan Singh. And the player of the series goes to Dipendra Singh Airi. Brilliant series for Dipendra with the bat, with the ball, the fielding, running between the wickets. You've been amazing. And there's a check as well for the player of the series, $500. Now, moving on about today's match, what a day of international cricket. It was amazing. And we begin with a short, brief conversation with the losing captain. I'd like to invite captain of PNG, Asadullah Vala, for a short conversation. So, Asad, what went wrong today?
I think we just came up against a really good side. They outplayed us in both and all facets of the game. So congratulations to Sandeep and your team for a wonderful game. I think they played really well all throughout the week, so credit to them.
What went wrong in the match?
I think we just couldn't adapt well to the wicket. We bowled really well. I think the first 16 or 17 hours were really good, but we couldn't close it off, and they batted really well. They had a really lone batting lineup and a set batsman in the end. It really helped them out to set a total of 169, which we thought if we had wickets in and we didn't start as well as we would have liked. I think credit has to go to them for the way they played.
The crowd has been supporting you as well. Anything about the crowd? How did you feel? How did you feel? You felt welcomed or not?
We did, and I really enjoyed playing in front of this crowd. The boys really enjoyed it, and they were calling their names and waving at them, and they made that day for them as well. But really appreciate the way they supported the team and us as well. So great for cricket.
What is the main takeaway from this series and the ODIs as well?
ODIs, I think we just need to be consistent with our performance with both bat and ball. I think when the batters were doing really well, the bowlers wasn't doing really well. So I think we need to put in a complete performance in both bat and ball.
Thank you so much, Asad, and have a great remaining of your stay in Nepal. We now like to invite the winning captain, Sandeep Lamechane, for a brief conversation. Sandeep, a great tournament, and under captaincy in Nepal, T20 series, how did it all go?
It was fantastic, the way the boys started the tournament and till the end of the last ball, the way we played throughout the tournament. It's amazing to see, we were talking about the consistency, and we got the consistency throughout the tournament. The way, the man of the series of this tournament, Dipendra carried his form throughout the tournament. Casey, the way he bowled, and all the other boys, the way all the team members contributed. It's really nice to see, everybody is ready to, get the responsibility and perform there.
You yourself have been leading from the front like a skipper should. About your performance, please.
Yeah, I think, it's always necessary for me as well to come on the right time to, get the wickets or, to hold the, pressure from the one end. And I think I was able to do my job, and I'll try and keep improving day by day. And this is for every team member. It's been a time to enjoy the party, and to all the amazing fans out there. सबैलाई धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद यहाँ आइदिनु भएकोमा र सबैजना हाम्रो लागि 12th म्यानको जस्तो हुनुहुन्छ र हामी बारम्बार भनिरहेको छौँ कि उहाँहरूले गर्दा नै हामी एकदम उत्साहित हुन्छौँ र सबैलाई फेरि पनि न्यानो अभिवादन र धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद.
Thank you so much, Sandeep. We'll have you lift the trophy in a while. But before that, we've got the player of the series, a brief conversation. And the player of the series is also our man of the match. It's Dipendra Singh Airi. So we request the chief guest, Minister of Finance, Jonathan Sharma, to hand over the player of the match to Dipendra Singh Airi. He is also getting a check. Please have a brief conversation with you. So, Dipendra, a quick chat.
Praram, today was your day, and Dipendra, you have just killed it today. How was your performance? What do you have to comment on it?
विकेट अलि स्लो नै थियो अनि सुरुमा जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ अब बिस्तारै खेलौँ अनि त्यसपछि जति स्कोर हुन्छ त्यही हामीले डिपेन्ड गर्नुपर्छ भनेर त्यही मजाले खेलेको.
Dipendra, today you did it all for your team, with the bat and with the ball. What are your takeaways from today's match? And we are obviously looking forward to more such matches where you just outshine like today.
अब यहाँदेखि अब एक्सपिरियन्स मात्र लिन सकिन्छ. अब कस्तो खेले के खेले अब आगामी दिनहरूमा पनि अब यही नै जारी राखौँ.
All right, thank you so much. All right, over to Praram.
All right, thank you for that brief conversation. We'd like to also invite on the stage, in fact, in the middle of the presentation party, Durga Pathak. Sir, if you're around, can we please have your presence with us? All right, so moving on, now is the time for distribution of the trophy as well. But before that, we have a small token of love for the chief guest. And I'd like to request the Cricket Association of Nepal to hand over the token of love to Chief Guest, Honorable Minister of Finance, Jonathan Sharma. We one more time request the match officials for their presence at the presentation party. The match officials for the entire series would like to request your presence one more time. Team officials from PNG as well and from Nepal as well. The team officials, we've got token of love for everyone. The match officials include Wendell Labaroy, Buddhibadur Pradhan, Durga Nath Subedi and Binay K. Jha. The match officials, well, team officials of Nepal as well, can we please have you along with us for the token of love? We also would like to absolutely thank the Tribhuvan University for this beautiful venue, the home of cricket in Nepal. Oh, absolutely. Thank you to Kirtipur Television also for this brilliant broadcast. I should not be saying that for ourselves, but yes, we deserve a clap as well to the entire production team. Now the time has come for the trophy presentation. I'd like to invite the captain of Nepal, Sandip Lamechhane, to receive the trophy. And I'd like to request Chief Guest, Honorable Minister for Finance, and including the officials of Cricket Association of Nepal as well, to hand over the trophy to Sandip. So, gyre move of the day was missed out. So, gyre move of the day went to Karan Casey. Karan Casey, quickly please receive the move of the day from the guests out here. So, we request Duras Pathak to hand over move of the match to Karan Casey. Karan, can we please have you and receive the move of the match? So, gyre move of the day, $50. Now, finally, the team can enjoy a trophy. Well, let's have a photograph with the guest as well, and that is all from the presentation party.
We love you forever. From the North Papua. Runner-up trophy. Can jelly garchas. Dine second लाई trophy. एउटा म्याच खेलाइ सुजाले च्याम्पियन स्कोर लिएर आउने मेसी स्कोर प्रिन्ट भएछ के हेलो मेसी के हो पिएनजी ले जित्यो भने च्याम्पियन दिन्छ नि ओ स्पेलिङ गलत छ च्याम्पियनको च्याम्पियन माछ
So they are the champions. Well played. 3 teams that came here, Malaysia, Nepal and PNG. The Nepal side is being the champion. They're on the Mount Everest. They have done it here at TU Cricket Ground. What a wonderful atmosphere. And this is really opening up a big era. And I think so that Nepal cricket team have been a wonderful side. They've been the best unbeaten in this whole tournament, and what a wonderfully they have played it. The captain, the coaches, the players, they have just put in all together and making it really a big day in the cricket history of Nepal, what we've been witnessing here at TU Cricket Ground. There have been a bit of the performances by Karan Casey, taking a hat-trick here, and Dipendra Singh scoring century. So everything has been really lined up, and Sandeep Lamichhane, what a wonderful captain, the great leader who has led his side to the victory of this Tri-Nation Series. Extremely well played. He led the side well, and whenever there's a need for the batters, there was the need for the bowlers that chipped in, and I think so exactly things went they planned in, and this is where the coaching staff has been taking this luxury of having this beautiful trophy, the 15 kg weight, and this has been a beautiful day for everyone who chipped in here and made this day a wonderful. Everyone, who were the players, the curator, the ground staff, Kirtipur TV, everyone. And this happened here today. Hope you have enjoyed this broadcast. Everything is just for you guys, and this is the day when Nepal cricket surely will be happy that Cricket Association of Nepal, the players, they have done it here, and I think so this is really a wonderful day for everyone, and this will be remembered for a long time. And a massive thing which has been happening here, that spoken earlier, the hat-trick, the centuries, that everyone, thank you very much, whole nation of Nepal, whole country, and hope so you will surely be enjoying this broadcast in the future. Now we are taking you to Sabina, who will be sharing her words with some of the guests down there.
Thank you very much, Ejaz. र फाइनली नेपालले ट्राइनेसन T20 सिरिजको उपाधि जितेको छ। पपुवा न्यू गिनीलाई 50 रनले पराजित गर्दै एकदमै कम्फर्टेबल विन रह्यो नेपाली टिमको तर्फबाट, र घरेलु मैदानमा नेपालले लगातार दोस्रो T20I सिरिज जितेको छ। एक दिवसीयमा पपुवा न्यू गिनीसँग दुवै खेल हारेको थियो, र नेपालले ट्राइनेसन सिरिजमा भने एक खेल पनि नहारिकन अर्थात् 5 खेल जित्दै च्याम्पियन बनेको छ, र सन्दीप लामिछानेको कप्तानीमा नेपालको यो पहिलो उपाधि हो। आज चेरिस गर्ने मोमेन्ट धेरै रह्यो। दिपेन्द्र सिंह ऐरीले T20I मा 1000 रन पनि पुरा गरे। उनी यो सफलता हात पार्ने पहिलो नेपाली खेलाडी बनेका छन्। ओभरअल म्याच कस्तो रह्यो त नेपालको T20I मा जुन खालको प्रदर्शन रह्यो? हामीसँग गेस्ट हुनुहुन्छ सुरुवातदेखि नै सुभाष उमागाई, स्वागत छ यहाँलाई।
धन्यवाद।
कङ्ग्रेचुलेसन्स टु अस।
हामीलाई एकदम यो जित आवश्यक थियो, भनौँ न एउटा मोमेन्टम जुन चाहिने थियो। हामी 2023 वर्ल्ड कपको तयारीका लागि जुन छौँ, र अलिकति टिममा चेन्ज पनि वर्ल्ड कप क्वालिफायर पछि जुन भयो, यो रिजल्टले चाहिँ युवा खेलाडीहरू जो हुनुहुन्छ उहाँहरूलाई एकदम मोटिभेट गर्नेछ।
पुबुदु दशानायकीले भने जस्तै यो चेन्जिङ फेजमा रहेको छ टिम। कोही खेलाडी आउने क्रम, कोही खेलाडी जाने क्रम पनि जारी छ। पिक एन्ड ड्रपको एउटा जुन नीति भनौँ हैन, त्यो फर्मुला भनौँ, जसरी यो जित हात पारिसकेपछि एउटा यङ टिम थियो, कस्तो खालको मोटिभेट गर्ला फ्युचरमा?
मोटिभेसन त हुन्छ पक्कै पनि, र त्योभन्दा बढी पनि म्याच एक्सपिरियन्स जुन चाहिने थियो, भनौँ न एउटा हामीले रिस्क लिन सकिरहेका थियौँ। बिग स्टेजमा गएपछि चाहिँ एक्सपिरियन्स प्लेयरले अलिकति आउट अफ फर्म हुँदाखेरि पनि उहाँहरूलाई नै कन्टिन्यू गर्ने अवस्था जुन थियो, यो सिरिजले चाहिँ अब चाहिँ युवा खेलाडीहरूमा पनि भर पर्न सकिन्छ भन्ने एउटा उदाहरण रोहित पौडेलदेखि लिएर आदिल अन्सारीसम्म चाहिँ हामीले त्यो एउटा चाहिँ योबाट टेक अवे हुनसक्छ।
169 को टार्गेट थियो। पपुवा न्यू गिनीको जुन ब्याटिङ लाइनअप थियो, जसरी खेलिरहेको थियो, यो हिसाबले यति सजिलो जित हुन्छ भन्ने लागेको थियो कि थिएन यहाँलाई?
सजिलो भन्दा पनि बलरहरूमाथि जुन जिम्मेवारी थियो उहाँहरूले चाहिँ पूर्ण रूपमा आफ्नो जिम्मेवारीमा खरो उत्रिनु भयो भन्छु होइन। हामीले पछिल्लो समय चाहिँ बलरबाट त्यो किसिमको प्रदर्शन आइरहेको थियो, किनभने ब्याट्सम्यानहरूले नै गेम जिताइरहनु भएको थियो। उहाँहरूले अलिकति इजी पनि लिनु हुन सक्थ्यो, तर आज 169 फाइनलको जुन प्रेसर PNG माथि थियो, त्यो प्रेसरलाई चाहिँ क्यापिटलाइज गरेर चाहिँ बलरहरूले आफ्नो उत्कृष्ट प्रदर्शन गर्नुभयो।
क्राउडले पनि केही रोल खेल्यो यो PNG लाई प्रेसर दिनको लागि?
पक्कै पनि जुन एउटा अलिकति पार्टनरसिप बिल्ड हुने बित्तिकै क्राउडबाट आउने त्यो समर्थनले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ उहाँहरूलाई खुलेर खेल्न गाह्रो भएको थियो। अब प्रेसिडेन्ट कार्ल स्यान्डलीले पनि यसअघि भन्नुभएको थियो कि नेपालका समर्थकहरू चाहिँ जुन देशमा भए पनि त्यो देशको भन्दा बढी समर्थन जन्मयो। नेपालमै आउँदाखेरि त पक्कै पनि चारैतर्फ नेपालको समर्थक माझ खेल्न दबाब त अवश्य हुन्छ।
जुन PNG ले जवाफी ब्याटिङ गरिरहेको थियो, र 5औं ओभरमा दिपेन्द्र सिंह ऐरीले जुन आशा प्रसाद भाला र टोनी उराको विकेट लिए। टोनी उराले त खाता खोल्न पनि सकेनन्। त्यो पोइन्टबाटै पिएनजीले चाहिँ आफ्नो गेम गुमाइसकेको थियो।
त्यहाँबाट नि भनौँ न गुमाइसकेको भन्दा पनि अलिकति दबावमा त थियो, तर जुन किसिमको हिटिङ हामीले देखेका थियौँ चार्ल्स अमिनीदेखि लिएर तर नोर्मान बनुवासम्म, सो लगातार छोटो ड्युरेसनमा पनि विकेट लिने, जस्तो दिपेन्द्रले सुरुवाती सफलता दिलाएपछि सन्दीप लामिछानेले पनि नोर्मान भानुवालाई जुन विकेट लिनुभयो त्यसपछि चाहिँ पिएनजीले आफ्नो हातबाट खेल गुमाइसकेको भन्नु।
त्यसपछि सन्दीप लामिछानेको ओभरमा पनि एकैचोटि 2 विकेट आयो होइन। त्यसपछि चाहिँ अलमोस्ट नेपालले आफ्नो गेम कब्जामा लिइसकेको थियो। बलरहरूको यहाँले अघि पनि भन्नुभयो जुन रोल थियो त्यो राम्रोसँग भयो भनेर। अब हामी दिपेन्द्र सिंह ऐरीलाई अझै पनि पार्ट टाइमर बलर भन्न सक्छौँ, उनी त फुल टाइमर जस्तै देखिसके
होइन। उहाँले अब यसअघि चाहिँ भनौँ न जब पेस बलिङ गर्नुहुन्थ्यो उहाँलाई पार्ट टाइम मान्न सकिन्छ, तर अब अहिले पछिल्लो खेलहरू हेर्छौँ भने सबै खेलमा उहाँले 4 ओभर गर्नुभएको छ, विकेट लिनुभएको छ। त्योभन्दा बढी इकोनोमिकल हुन्छ। जुन हामीले पावर प्ले पछिको 4-5 ओभर हुन्छ, सन्दीप लामिछाने र उहाँको पार्टनरसिप एकदम जमिएको छ। विपक्षी खेलाडीलाई खुलेर खेल्न दिनुहुन्न र विकेट लिनुभन्दा पनि टी20मा चाहिँ जुन मिडल ओभरमा त्यो रन गति रोक्ने हुन्छ त्यसले चाहिँ विपक्षी टिमलाई अझै दबावमा पार्छ र त्यसले डेथ ओभर बलिङ गर्नेलाई चाहिँ बढी समय दिन्छ।
सो नेपालले जुन सहजै जित हात पार्यो। फेरि हामी यहाँसँग जोइन गर्नेछौँ। नेपालले टी20 वर्ल्ड कप क्वालिफायर्समा एउटा दुःखद हार बेहोर्यो भन्यो सेमिफाइनलमा युएईसँग। त्यसपछि नेपाल टिम लगायत समर्थकहरू नै निराश बने। अर्को एउटा मोमेन्टम चाहिएको थियो नेपाली टिमको लागि अगाडि बढ्नको लागि, र यो सिरिज फेरि एउटा ट्र्याकमा फर्कने राम्रो अवसर बनेको छ र नेपाली खेलाडीहरूले राम्रो प्रदर्शन पनि गरे। यतिखेर हामीसँग हुनुहुन्छ नेपाल क्रिकेट संघका अध्यक्ष चतुरबहादुर चन्द। नेपालले जुन यो घरेलु मैदानमा सिरिज खेल्यो यसले नयाँ खेलाडीहरूलाई निकै पनि एक्सपोजर दिएको छ। अब के छ त योजना, यसबारेमा उहाँलाई हामी सोध्नेछौँ। स्वागत छ यहाँलाई।
धन्यवाद।
कङ्ग्रेचुलेसन्स।
धन्यवाद छ यहाँलाई पनि, एकदम कङ्ग्रेचुलेसन, बधाई छ।
ओभरअल कसरी समराइज गर्नुहुन्छ यो टुर्नामेन्टलाई?
होइन, एउटा यसबाट के देखियो भनेपछि अब नयाँ हाम्रो यस्तो सिरिजहरू हुँदै गर्दाखेरि हाम्रो चाहिँ युवा खेलाडीहरूले पनि चान्स पायो भने कमसेकम उनीहरूको मनोबल बढेर होइन चाहिँ अलिकति चाहिँ टिम अझै बलियो भएर जान्छ भन्ने कुरामा एकदमै चाहिँ यो सिरिजले चाहिँ एउटा देखायो।
यङ टिम छ, सधैँभरि नेपाली क्रिकेट अथवा नेपाली खेलकुदको एउटा गुनासो भनौँ अथवा समस्या भनौँ, पर्याप्त एक्सपोजर छैन होइन। हामी ठुल्ठुलो टुर्नामेन्ट खेल्न जाने अगाडि थोरै तयारी गर्छौँ। अब यो सिरिज सकियो त्यसपछि खेलाडीहरू फेरि आराममा जाने हुन् कि भन्ने पनि चिन्ता छ। के छ अब केही सिरिजहरू फिक्स्ड भएको छ, त्यो छ भने हामीलाई भनिदिनुहोस्।
अब यो महिनाभित्रै एउटा सिरिज चाहिँ टी20 आएर ओडिआई सिरिज गर्ने भनेर एउटा तयारी भइराखेको छ। फाइनल 1-2 दिनभित्र फाइनल हुन्छ होइन। त्यसपछि लगत्तै हामीले चाहिँ लिग 2 को तयारीको लागि अब युएसए को तयारी गर्नुपर्ने हुनाले ओडिआई सिरिज र टी20 पनि अब सायद मलाई लाग्छ यो बिचमा सिरिज हुन्छ होला। हामी 2-3 दिनभित्र यसबारेमा जानकारी गर्छौँ।
यहाँले भन्नुभयो केही तयारीहरू भइरहेको छ, जति इन्फर्मेसन छ त्यो हामीलाई भन्न मिल्छ? यदि हुन्छ भने कुन देशसँग कुरा भइरहेको छ, कहाँ सिरिज हुँदैछ, अलिकति सुनौँ।
अब कन्भर्सेसन हाम्रो चाहिँ अहिलेसम्म अब फाइनल टाइसिट त बनिसकेको छैन। जिम्बाब्वे ए टिम चाहिँ आउने लगभग पक्का छ होइन। र ए टिम भनेको त्यसको फुल स्क्वाड हुन्छ, फेरि नेसनल टिमकै हुन्छ, तर अब टेस्ट ब्ल्याङ्क कन्ट्रीले ए टिम भनेर पठाउने होला त्यस्तो मैले हिजो पनि कुरा हुँदाखेरि। त्यस कारणले जिम्बाब्वेसँग चाहिँ अब 1 महिना 3 हप्ता पछि चाहिँ एउटा सिरिज चाहिँ हुन्छ।
जिम्बाब्वेसँग कतिवटा सिरिज टी20 आयो, कतिवटा ओडिआईको प्लान गर्यो?
हामीले ओडिआई चाहिँ बढी रिक्वेस्ट गरेका थियौँ, तर उहाँहरूको पनि टी20 वर्ल्ड कप क्वालिफायर रहेछ, त्यसको जिम्बाब्वेले पनि प्र्याक्टिस खोजेको हुनाले 3टा टी20 खेल्नुपर्छ भने उहाँले भने हामीले ल 3टा ओडिआई चाहिँ 50 ओभरको लागि हामीले रिक्वेस्ट गरेका छौँ।
3टा ओडिआई 3टा टी20 आई चाहिँ जिम्बाब्वेसँग
टी20 आई अब ए टिम आउँछ, अब त्यो त अब एल स्टेटै हुन्छ।
अब हामीले यो पछि अब WCL को म्याच खेल्दैछौँ अमेरिकामा गएर होइन। निकै नै महत्त्वपूर्ण छ यो जुन हामीले ओडिआई स्टेटस पाएका छौँ त्यो हिसाबले अपग्रेड गर्नको लागि। र विगत केही समयमा हेर्दाखेरि धेरै प्रब्लमहरू पनि देखिए, क्यान खेलाडी बिच केही अलिकति नेगेटिभ मेसेजहरू पनि गए होइन। ओभरअल अब यो सिरिज जसरी अब फेरि पनि ट्र्याकमा फर्किएको छ क्रिकेट, यो मोमेन्टमलाई क्यारी गर्नको लागि क्यानसँग के कस्ता प्लानहरू छ?
होइन, त्यस्तो नेगेटिभ त अब भएको छैन। हामीले विगतको हाम्रो चाहिँ जे चाहिँ अब कमी कमजोरीहरू थियो सबैलाई हामीले मिलाएर भुलाएर होइन, या क्रिकेटका लागि मात्रै हामी अगाडि बढ्ने हिसाबले गइसकेका छौँ। अब यो पर्फर्मेन्स त कहिले तल कहिले माथि चाहिँ प्लेयरको त्यो इन्डिभिजुअल उसमा पनि पर्छ, त्यो भइराखेकै छ। त्यही पनि अब हाम्रो दुर्भाग्य भनेको वर्ल्ड कप क्वालिफाई गर्न सकेन होइन। एउटा मात्रै सेमिफाइनलमा हामीले, त्यसमा चाहिँ खेलाडीले पनि राम्रो मेहनत इफोर्ट लगाएको हो, तर अब त्यो दिन हाम्रो थिएन कि। त्यसकारणले अबको दिनमा चाहिँ फेरि पनि 1 वर्षपछि वर्ल्ड कप छ जस्तो लाग्छ होइन। अनि ओडिआई साइकल चलिरहेछ, त्यसको लागि हामी चाहिँ मेहनत चाहिँ गरिरहेछौँ। र ठ्याक्कै चाहिँ अब यस्तो हो अहिले कोभिडको यो सेकेन्ड फेजको लगत्तै अब जुन किसिमले हामीले उत्साह पाएका छौँ यसलाई एकदमै कन्टिन्यू गर्छौँ र हामी पनि उत्साहित छौँ। यो सिरिजबाट त्यहाँ ओमानमा भएको युएमा भएको प्रदर्शनबाट हामी दुःखी चाहिँ छैनौँ र राम्रै प्रदर्शन भयो हुनाले योबाट ऊर्जा पनि आएको छ। मलाई लाग्छ खेलाडीहरूले पनि एक किसिमले चाहिँ अब नेपाल क्रिकेटलाई मात्रै कसरी अगाडि बढाउने अगाडि गइसकेका छन्।
थ्याङ्क यू भेरी मच।
यहाँलाई पनि धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद छ।
हामीले